Now we are.
Hey, everyone.
Gotta remind me, guys.
Hello again.
I've done that before.
Hello.
Hello, everybody, for joining in the stream. We're joined by Garth, Trina, and Adam. And I know this is going to sound like a recording, but what's going on with you, Garth?
Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, nothing new at all. Nothing. We've been quiet here at our house.
Okay.
Great story now. No, I have family visiting, and I have some family visiting, and I'm gonna help out, possibly fix a MacBook Pro, which I have no idea what I'm doing. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Cool. What about you, Adam? I hear you got a delivery today.
Yeah, I got 65 pounds of Apple II equipment.
Wow.
Delivered by UPS from somebody who doesn't really know what they're doing. So it should be some pretty cool stuff if it's not smashed to bits. So we'll find that out tomorrow. I'm going to schedule a stream for tomorrow. I'm still trying to figure out the exact time. So
okay, all right.
Keep an eye for that.
Absolutely. And how about you, Trina? What's going on with you?
I received this very wine-smelling MacBook Pro. And I took the bottom of it off. Here, hold on. I'm going to change my camera for a sec, just so you can get the top view of this. It's this one. Is it working?
You're frozen, and I made you big too. There you go.
I know, and I can see the skinny thing of death. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Finally. All right.
I'll make you small again. Oh, there we go. All right.
And
all right, there we go.
I don't know if you can see, but the battery is quite.
Looks like it's swelled up pretty good there.
Well, every part of it is swollen. So
wow.
Yeah, and it doesn't turn on because they spilt wine on it. He said a
boy.
glass, but by the smells of it, it's a bottle. So yeah. So I'm trying to find out from folks what would be the best size ultrasonic cleaner to purchase for this.
Uh-oh.
Did I freeze again?
You were stuttering. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. I've been
max headroom in there.
Yeah, I noticed it on your end as well, that it's been like it seems to, and Adam and yourself, Dave, it seems to be stuttering a bit.
Everybody else looks pretty good here.
Okay, it's just me then. So I'm trying to ultrasonic cleaner to get for this board.
Okay, I kind of like that max headroom thing going on. Yeah.
Drink
all
Coke,
right.
Coke.
And I'll be fiddling around a little bit more with this SE board here. I'm just going to kind of finish up the soldering on it here. And that's what my plans are, just to get it kind of wrapped up today, so that way I'll have a good test board if and when I find my lost machines. So
I'm going to jump out and just unplug and replug in and then jump back in.
Okay. I swear to God, that's look at
that is a really weird glitch.
That is, yeah. Well, you gotta love StreamYards and OBS, right? So, all right. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna get to working on my thing here. So let's.
Oh yes. That's interesting.
Shrink you guys down there. I'm gonna switch cameras here. Get this set up here. And anytime anybody needs me to make you big, just let me know. There we go. All right. There we go.
Yeah, it's probably better you don't see what I'm doing very well.
Oh, here comes Trina. There we go. Okay, Trina.
All right, how do I sound now?
Good. No, I'm kidding. You're good.
Not doing the max headroom stuff anymore?
No, sounds good. Yeah.
So Garth and Adam, I don't know how much experience you guys have with it, but what size ultrasonic cleaner would I need for this board?
Well, how big is the board?
Let me make you big, Trina. Hold
Those
on.
aren't that big. I mean,
It's not that big, so would a 6-liter work?
Adam would know better than I.
Let me see.
Although I will say,
It goes to about from here to here.
Let me see what size my cleaner is, because if it's that sounds like about what my cleaner is, and that would totally fit in there.
it's
I mean, I
about
fit
14
boards
inches,
like
right?
like
14
Apple
inches
II
wide.
boards and stuff. The thing is, the liters is just the measure of how much liquid it holds. It doesn't really
Yeah,
tell you
no, yeah,
the
that's why.
dimensions.
That's the annoying part. It's like it says it's 6 liters, and I'm like, well, what size board does that fit? Like,
Yeah, it doesn't give you the outside dimensions, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like my.
But I would say, Trina,
my-
honestly, just unless you need an ultra cleaner, I mean, you can always just clean that with alcohol and stuff. You know, if you
Well,
need to, right?
I was thinking of buying the cleaner so that way I could
Yep.
say, hey, I now clean boards as well.
Yeah.
So it gives me more business that way.
Well, that totally makes sense. Yeah.
And I found one like online for it's on sale for $169.99, down from $244.23.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd look
Look
at the
up the
dimensions
one
of the
I bought.
basket, right?
You
Yeah.
look up the one I bought, and I can tell you what size it is, and I can show you the basket.
Okay.
Yeah. If those Apple II boards fit in it, because those are
Massive.
run kind of large, don't they?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, mine's kind of bigger than that. It's been a while since I bought it. It's been 2 years. Mine's a 15-liter,
Okay.
Oh wow.
and it just barely fits an Apple II board. So
Wow.
I don't know.
Maybe a 10-liter then.
There are different configurations of size. So definitely, yeah, look at the physical size of the basket and stuff, right?
Okay.
Yeah, when
down into it too, as well as the total volume, right?
Yeah, Garth is right, because when I looked at mine, I ended up looking at the specs. Like, I looked up that model, and then I looked at the specs for the basket.
Okay.
You don't want to just look up the cleaner itself, because the basket eats up some space.
Right.
And my basket is, like, you can't see me, but, like, hey, there you go. So this is the basket for mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, like, I don't have a 2E board handy, but, like, this is a 2C board, and I can just barely fit that in there. Like, it actually has to sit at an angle.
Okay.
Wow.
But like a 2E board is not quite as wide, and it just fits in there.
Okay.
And this is a 15-liter, but look see how tall it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like most of that's just wasted.
Right.
I wish we had one like the one that Bruce built, where he made it all huge and then very shallow,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
but they don't seem to make them like that.
That's interesting. You'd think they would.
They use them a
Yeah.
lot for like car
Not
parts and
sure
stuff.
why.
So
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the ones we use in the optical, they're real small ultrasonic units. I mean, you could not get maybe a board off a remote control. You know, you might be able to get that in
Yeah.
there, but
So this one just has the tank size, the product size, the package size. No basket size.
does it show you a picture of it?
No, not in the basket. It shows me everything else.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what Adam's got, then yeah, you might definitely need to go bigger than the 5 or 6 liter.
What's
Yeah,
funny is
I was looking. I was looking at the 10-liter.
when I bought the 15, I thought, oh, this is so overkill. And at the time, I was just doing Apple II stuff. And then I started doing Macs, and it's like, oh, look, like a Power Mac 7100 or a Quadra 700 board doesn't even fit. I have to do it half and half, like with half the board sitting out. So, I mean, PowerBooks are not that big. I mean, I guess it just depends on how big, like the shape of the basket. Is it very wide? Because the PowerBooks and MacBooks are just like.
Let me show you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it up on my laptop, and then I'll share it in the private chat.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Arthur had a question, which I don't No.
Yeah,
So
the reality is it depends on what it's doing. It's probably gone. I mean, the reality is those drives just die. So
Yeah, I've got a PowerBook 100, a 165, and another one here. I was not able to resurrect any of those SCSI hard drives, the 2.5-inch SCSI hard drives.
Yeah.
And even when you can resurrect a drive temporarily, it's like maybe get the data off of it, and then it's going to die.
Yep.
You really want to go for a like a blue SCSI on or a SCSI to SD in a PowerBook form factor.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing about those SCSI drives.
Dave,
They're,
is your video mirrored?
What's that?
Your video looks mirrored to me.
Oh, it's a Android camera, right?
Me?
Yeah, like instead of saying VLSI, it says ISLV.
I'm let me take a look here.
So I just sent the link in the private chat there.
Okay, let me take a look.
There. This is the webcam here. It's not. No, it's not mirrored.
Well, your L is definitely backwards.
Yeah.
Really?
It's interesting, actually.
Oh! I know what you're talking. Oh, okay.
Like left to right is reversed.
Yeah.
Converted, yeah.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Hey,
You
Trina,
can.
if you look
You
at
can.
that,
You can do this with the camera. There you go. Yeah.
Trina, if you look at that page you sent me, if you scroll about halfway down, there is
There we go.
a basket size listed. It says
Oh, did
10.8
it?
inches by
yeah.
8.3 inches.
Oh, okay.
And then it also has the tank size.
Yeah, I saw the tank size. I didn't see the basket size.
There's like two little graphics. One has a picture of the basket, and one has a picture of the actual.
Oh,
tank.
okay.
You see that?
I'm scrolling down here. Hold on. Just bear with me.
And keep in mind when they do the basket size, they do the top, and the thing is they taper in. So if it's really
Right.
close, like when I put the Apple II boards in, they fit, but they only sit about a third of the way into the basket, and that's how close
Yeah.
it is.
Oh, there it is. There, yeah. But I think that should be fine for this board.
That sounds totally big enough. 10.8 inches is probably. I mean, measure the board you've got, but.
Yep. I got a measuring tape right here, so let's do that while I'm talking.
Or you can do it in centimeters since you're in the land
In Canada.
of metrics.
But the funny part is, like, my dad was a bricklayer for years and years, so I learned how to measure everything in inches. So it's about 13 and a quarter long by 5?
Yeah, I
Give or
don't think
take.
it'll fit in there. It's not wide enough. 13.25 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's only less than 11.
Yeah, it says 10.
Even diagonally, it's not gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Retro Tinky. Hey, Retro Tinky.
Hey.
What's up?
Hey, Retro Techie, no, you can't have it.
Wait, did Dave? You didn't steal this from that old lady, did you?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I will. When I get it, I'll show it to you. Okay.
Sounds good. I'm gonna eat through your stream. I'll do it like this, so you don't really see.
I'm hungry.
So, Dave, the way you did those caps on there, is that the ones you did 10 years ago? Those tantalums?
Yeah. Story to that
Like that.
is when I bought the kit, they didn't sell the regular surface mounted ones. They just sold the through the hole ones. But they said you can surface mount. You have to cut the leads on them. So, but yeah, it looks like a PC. Everybody tells me. Yeah.
Well, I have this SE board that Joe from Joe's Computer Museum recapped.
Yeah.
I think it was when he did it on a stream as a challenge, and he didn't have the right caps, so he used all kind of
Kind of big.
Yeah, they're through hole
Here, let me,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
let me
radial
make you,
caps.
here,
Yeah,
I'll make you big there. You can hold it up again there. There you go.
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Oh gosh,
If you
that's
look-
funny.
Like
Well, no, I don't feel so
all
bad.
that.
Okay. Yeah.
He put a coin cell in where the PRAM battery goes. But
Yeah, I
what's funny
saw
is
that. Yeah.
this works totally fine, and it's an FDHD. So he was like, "Here, you want this? I don't trust it."
Oh, hey, RetroTech, you want to hear something funny? You might recognize this. Hey, do you do any work on Wii's?
What do you mean?
Like Wii
Work like
systems?
modding
You
them
ever
or something?
repaired any of them, or know about issues with them or stuff? Or
Well, I know a lot of them have disk drive issues.
yeah, ours. My daughter's visiting, right? And so she wanted to play some Luigi's Mansion and stuff, and it's super dim video. And it's funny, we looked it up, and sure enough, it's capacitors.
Of course.
It's like, oh, you're kidding me.
Well, I have an Atari 800, and it's got really dim video, and I'm thinking maybe that needs a recap.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny. I mean, literally, and the best part was she looked up this video, and it's a video I actually watched. It was about a year and a half ago. I just came across it was some guy who bought one from some Japanese site, and anyway, but
Well, he has an Australian accent, right?
No, not that guy. No,
Some guy, because I watched a video like that. This, not Adam.
it's MC
this guy,
something.
yeah, him. Yeah, he does great
Yeah.
work. He's actually really,
Yep.
it's
guy?
amazing. I saw that video.
I can't remember his name. It's MC something, like 4 letters. But yeah, but it's literally a video I already watched, and then I went up and looked at it on my YouTube history, and there it was. I was like halfway through, I stopped watching it. I was like, okay, this is hilarious for how to fix it and stuff.
I don't know. All my machines work perfectly all the time. I have no issues, and like my
Yeah, it's funny
Quadrant
because,
48V works. All my Apple IIcs
We used it
work.
recently, and it was fine. So I was like, oh, that's just hilarious. It's like,
No, the one that needs a lot of work usually is the original Xbox. Usually they have a clock capacitor that leaks and destroys them.
yep.
So it depending on the
owned one of
revision,
those.
obviously, that you get.
I know they're
So-
very moddable though.
So when are you sending me that free?
Yeah.
When are you sending me that free iMac?
Yeah, sure.
Roger.
I'm not going. I am not going to Montreal to pick up a free. It looks like 2007 iMac. I'm good.
I'll send you
Yeah.
a free modem.
There you go.
One Bit Fever wants to know, go SE30. Is this a hopeful Mac or destroyed machine? No, this board actually works perfectly. I'm just touching up some stuff that I did actually more like 13 years ago because I really didn't have a hot enough soldering iron, so it wasn't really up to my standards. So I'm just going back and shortening up the leads on the tantalum caps, even though they are surface, even though they're through the hole caps. I'm making them like surface mount caps because that's what the kit offered at the time. So there you go. That's this.
Oh wait,
that's
just, hey, Dave, make me big.
okay.
Jay would be happy.
There you
Are you
go.
ready?
All
Let's
right.
see if we can do this right. You remember that?
Yes, I remember that. Yes, the cap ass capacitors. I couldn't get the
right?
capacitor out.
How about the cap ass?
Yes, Jay keeps bringing that up a lot. So yeah.
That's funny.
What's wrong with this MacBook?
Oh, okay. So here's the story of this MacBook. So
Sturdy.
this is my daughter's MacBook. My daughter is so just a brief background. She's almost 34. We raised her from when she was 11. She's my wife's cousin's daughter.
Okay.
So she has kids of her own now, 7 and a 5-year-old. And so anyway, this is her MacBook. It's a 2012, and she spilled like coconut water on it on the keyboard. And
Oh.
it was working, except the keyboard was a little bit wonky and stuff. And then they shut it off. They didn't want to use it. And then they turned it on again, and it didn't turn on at all. So she brought it. I took it apart, and it literally had ants, like dead ants in it and stuff, right, all over it. And there was corrosion and stuff. So I'm pretty sure what happened was the first bit of liquid damage on it just obviously screwed up something or the keyboard. And then when they probably turned it on again, ants had already gotten in it, and then it fried. So yeah. Anyway, so my guess is this is fried. So I'm gonna take it apart, see if I can clean it. And the point, I've already cleaned up parts of it. There was a whole bunch of corrosion up here I've already cleaned up. The reality is, anyway, I've never taken apart one of these before, so I don't want to screw it up. But the reality is, it's dead and it's not worth that much anyway. So why not?
Go for broke.
2011,
right?
2012.
Yeah. It's a 2012.
You should send it to Trina. She likes she loves.
I like my
repairing MacBook
2012s.
Pros. There you go.
I'm pretty sure that this is going to have something blown up on it. It just does nothing. You plug in power, I can get readings of voltage on some of the bigger caps, like 17 volts and stuff, but it just doesn't turn on. So
I
I
haven't
don't
seen
know.
the other
Beyond
side.
What's that?
Have you
Yeah,
seen the
I
other
haven't looked at
side?
the other side yet either. Yeah.
Hey Trina, do you like old used HP desktops?
Depends on how old.
3, 4, 5 years.
Oh, that's not bad. Yeah.
I get those all the time. I usually just throw them in the recycling.
You're bad for the
Okay.
planet.
I mean, I can get you a bunch of those, but they won't have hard drives in them. I have
That's
to ship
fine.
the hard drives.
Yeah.
I can be nice and save the brackets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, put the camera on me for a minute.
Okay.
So when I did my stream about all those Apple IIcs,
Yeah.
I was like, well, I can't finish this because I don't have feet and I don't have glue for the logos. So since then, I've actually found all the feet.
Oh.
These little nice little feet. You know,
Yeah.
and the glue. But you know, they charge on eBay for 4 of these feet, so you can do one Apple II, like $20, $10, whatever stupid prices. If you buy these from Mouser, they're like $4 a sheet. It's like 40 feet.
Nice.
So what's special for those versus like anything you might get in any hardware store? Anything that has like the sticky tape on it and stuff.
Like these are just 3M feet. You can buy these in a hardware store, but only in clear or black. They never have
Okay.
the white ones. But it's the same
Okay.
part number since the 80s, and they've still made them the whole time. But they're just not sold at retail.
Yep.
So people go on Mouser or whatever, and they buy these and they cut them out in little sets of 4,
That's
and
awesome.
they sell them on eBay. And like the thing is, with an Apple II and an Apple IIc with the monitor, you need 8, like 4 for the computer and 4 for the monitor. But the most hilarious part is they always say, "Oh, it works with the 2C Plus also," which is here's a 2C Plus, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It has rectangular feet.
Yeah, rectangular. Way.
Ah. They just had to go and change it, didn't they?
Well, those are the same feet as everything, like 2C or 2GS, the 2GS monitor, all the SCSI hard drives in the late 80s, all use those same feet.
Ah, interesting.
And those you cannot get anymore. Yeah, you can take the camera off me now.
Okay.
You got it now.
There we go. All right.
Oh, and another good or interesting news. So we're starting the Drunk Charlie Does Computer Repair.
Jeez.
Yes.
Oh, I saw the stream link for that.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Yeah. So we picked up a computer today for $20.
I got it.
It's as is, quote unquote, as is for parts. The only thing apparently wrong with it, I'm going to be testing it this weekend, but is that when it boots into Windows, it shuts down and reboots.
Mm.
But the guy had like photos of the BIOS working, so I'm like, for $20, I'll take it.
Huh.
So I'm going to be testing everything and then making sure it all works. And yeah,
But more importantly, what did you get at the liquor store?
nothing as of yet, and they're closed tomorrow for Canada Day.
True.
Oh.
What's
Yeah,
Canada Day?
4th of July,
Oh, like your Independence Day?
kind of. Yeah, except for we didn't fight for it anyway.
Just gonna kind of eased out. We're still technically
you just
part of
say,
the monarchy.
Hey, England, remember the thing that you did to America? Yeah, we're out.
Yeah.
You just got it by default, right? There you go.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, we're going out to celebrate our anniversary that night, and then we're
Okay.
coming home and having a few. Well, he'll have a few more drinks, and I will be like, oh, okay, let's try to be sober. And yeah, try.
And this is going to be live, or
This is live.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
And this is for tomorrow
What could go wrong?
or Saturday?
No, Tuesday. The 5th.
Tuesday. Okay. All right. Sounds
So that
cool.
way we also don't interfere with the you folks down there with your Fourth of July celebrations.
We just stay home. I'm just going to a car show, local car show on Saturday. I get off work early. I just
Nice.
going to open the place up and leave. And so, it's called the Volcano Cannonball Run Car Show. It's about it's just up the mountain up here for me. It's probably about 25 minutes, and it's a small town, but man, they have an awesome car show. You can see anything you want there, and they expanded it to motorcycles, but I mean you'll just see some really rare stuff, and then you'll see a Big Red up there, and Big Red, I'm sure you've seen it on the TV. It's a giant grocery cart, and it's basically it was built in Ceres, California. It's basically built on top of a funny car a chassis. I think it's got like about 900 horsepower. And anyway, they've had it on closed highways for taping. And it's just pretty cool. You're sitting up in a grocery cart, And so just look up, Google Big Red Hot Rod, and it'll bring it up. And it's pretty cool. It's stored here in Jackson, just right down the road from us.
Sorry, Big Red.
Big Red.
What else? Because I got Big Red Market coming up.
Put Big Red Grocery Cart.
Grocery cart. Okay.
Come up.
No, I've actually found shopping carts.
Shop large grocery cart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BigRedCart.com.
Big Red Hot Rod Grocery Cart or something
Hot
like
rod. Okay.
Dave, are you making this up?
that. No, it's pretty cool.
We're having our 4th of July parade thing on Saturday.
Ah.
Or on the 3rd, I mean. I guess I'm not sure what day that is, but
Oh, okay.
it's pretty funny.
Yeah, Jackson has it on the 3rd here too. The fireworks. It's put on by the Lions Club, and then but Volcano, the car show, they have a parade at noon. It usually goes around twice. It's pretty funny.
Oh my God! Look at this thing. I
Yeah,
just
it's
found
cool.
a video. I found a video of it. Oh,
Oh,
my
it's
God.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
It is cool.
Save Mart supermarkets?
No, it's Food for Less. They own it. That's the only one that they ever made, and it took him 2 years to make it. And he told me how much it cost. It was a lot of money.
Wow.
And it's been featured on a lot of shows. They've been interviewing the people and stuff on it. But they're just hometown people. They just they build it, and like when they open a new store, they'll have that there, for people to take pictures and stuff. It's pretty cool though.
That's funny. One of my first jobs, well, not one of my first, but I worked for a while as back in the mid 90s, I guess. Yeah. As a merchandiser for Nabisco. And at the time, Nabisco and Planters Peanuts. And
Mhm.
so there was a Long's Drugs, which out here in California, that used to be a drugstore chain. CVS bought them up. And so Long's Drugs was having an opening, and my boss at the time, she's like, "Hey, you want to be Mr. Peanut for the opening?" So I walked around in Mr. Peanut costume and everything.
Oh boy.
It was actually really fun, I gotta say, because how often do you ever get to do something like that, right? I mean, it's pretty hilarious.
It's like the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. You ever seen that in person?
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen that
Pretty
in
cool.
California.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Southern California, there's a guy who has one that he drives around for them.
Yeah, pretty cool. And
This mic screws up.
I think they have 3 or 4 of them. I think, man, that people just drive all over the country and stuff.
You guys see this Mac Plus board that I got here?
Let me make you big here. There you go.
I got all excited because I got this Mac Plus. It was broken, and in the pile of floppies that came with it, there was a whole bunch of what was it? Yeah, I don't remember the name of the company. It starts with a D, like accelerators. And I'm like, oh, maybe there's an accelerator in here.
Oh wow!
I open it up, and there's just this weird clip on top of the processor that I think is the adapter to hook the accelerator to.
Oh,
and somebody stole the accelerator.
oh,
That's hilarious.
bummer.
You got the
So this-
software discs though.
I got the discs and I got this weird
Yeah.
bracket. So I'm just seeing how this hooks on here because like my other classic Mac accelerators, they basically soldered on to the 68,000, and this one looks like some kind of thing that clips on, which is really weird. I don't get it.
Yeah, they did some interesting ways of engineering to hook those things up.
The bummer is my one of my Mac 128s that has an accelerator and SCSI card on it. They soldered onto the ceramic 68,000, which is really annoying.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
I think I
Yikes.
got this off of here. I got half of it off. But I think this was like, oh, let's let you plug it in without actually having to solder. Yeah, look at that. See that? I put it.
Huh.
It just clips onto the
Yeah.
the processor,
Oh, it clips right on. Oh, weird.
and then it gives you pins, I guess, to plug in that upgrade card that I don't have, which sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice when you socket it, you know. Yeah.
But it's this is a late Mac Plus. It's 86 dated processor. So I don't know. Maybe I'll have a Mac Plus board for sale soon. Anyway,
Gosh, it's not back loose.
That's not a ceramic, right? It's just
only early 128s have ceramics on them.
Yeah.
Like this is a 128 512 hybrid. It's not
Okay.
even that. Even that's not ceramic.
Hmm.
This is built as a 512. You can go back to your SC30 cam if you want.
yeah. I was going to show you.
Oh Lord. What is my password?
I guess
1,
it's
2,
not
3,
ceramic.
4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
It's trust no one. This little adapter is kind of neat, though. I could probably use this for testing stuff.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, those CPUs are always soldered on, right?
Yes. Yeah, all the Macs had the CPU soldered.
Yeah.
This is called a Killy adapter. Killy.
The adapter.
It seems like a bad name for a computer
So-
product.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah, right?
hey, Adrian you saw that, right? He had some other video about that too. He had a snap-on adapter thing. I think that's what it called too. It was a Killy one.
Yeah, he had the same adapter, and I think he had the card that should have been on here.
Okay.
The thing is, when I got the Mac, only three of the 5 screws were in. So somebody went in, and then they were too lazy to put 2 of the screws back in, I guess. But as far as I know, the Mac Plus board should work. The analog board needs a recap. So I have a working Mac Plus. I just don't have the cool, rare stuff.
Yeah.
And it was a 128 that was upgraded, so it came with the old style little baby keyboard.
Not the number pad keyboard version.
Yeah, it has the external number pad. So what kind of caps are you going to put on your SE?
Same ones.
We're using those.
I'm reusing these because this probably doesn't even have 10 hours runtime on it anyway. So it's the only reason why this actually used to be my sister-in-law's Mac, and then she went PC. Anyway, so when I was painting her house many years ago for her, I was rummaging through the garage, and I said, "Oh shoot, there's a SE30 in there." So I asked her about it. She goes, "Yeah, you can have it." So I had the keyboard and everything with it, the mouse, and so it was pretty good. And then yeah, and so this is the board out of it. And like I said, when I turned it on, it worked fine, but you could hardly hear the sound. And I checked the speaker's fine. And I Googled it at the time to see the cap. So I went to the place, got the cap kit, and that fixed the problem. And it worked fine.
10 years ago, that was the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 2SI that actually still worked, and then the sound got weaker and weaker and weaker, and then it was like, oh, recap. And it's 2SI is basically an SE30 on a different form factor.
Different form factor, yeah. So yeah, it's nice when it's relatively an easy fix, right?
Yep.
So do you want to make me big for a sec?
Sure.
Okay.
There you go.
So if you remember on my last, or I think it was on your last live stream, I was doing all these motherboards.
Yeah.
And I ordered,
Yeah.
well, I ended up ordering 3 processors, and they all came in today.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Two of them are from Montreal Nord,
Okay.
and then one of them is from London.
Wow.
So London, Ontario. Sorry, not London.
London, Ontario. Yeah.
The fancier one.
London,
Clickbait.
Texas.
There you go.
So yeah, so I'm gonna start seeing if these things work.
Good.
Yeah. Because I can't do much with that MacBook.
Yeah. Yeah.
The guy's like, I emailed him off. I'm like, send him a picture. He's like, oh, so when you remove that battery, it'll work, right?
Yep.
No.
Okay, bye, Mamie. All right, have fun. All right, sorry.
I have
Saying
a
bye to
dumb
the missus
question.
there.
Does anyone know how to get to iCloud Photos from a Mac from now?
From now, what do you mean?
Like from this year?
iCloud Photos. Oh, okay, yeah.
Did they
no.
even still do that? What's funny is
I don't
it
know.
works with my Windows 10 machine, but I have not figured out how to make it work with a Mac, which seems ridiculous.
Uh-huh.
You just go to like iCloud.com or whatever and sign in.
Yeah, but now I want it through the Finder. There should be a way to do it through the Finder, I thought. There used to be on my old Mac Mini.
Let me check my Finder. I don't use it, so I don't know. I know there's the iCloud Drive on my Finder.
Yeah, I have the drive, but it doesn't have the photos. Wait, I found something in settings.
Oh, okay.
It says it's syncing photos, so I don't. Whatever, I'll figure it out. It's not. It's out of scope of this video.
All right, got the logic board out.
Nice.
It wasn't that hard. It just has this one stupid microphone connector thing that's actually glued into the board. It's just annoying.
Just tear it out. You don't need a microphone.
All right, so
I
which
got it out actually without damaging it, which is good.
We'll sell you a green one for like $500.
All right, now I got to blow off some of the horribleness off this. But
which one are you?
All right.
I don't remember which company I bought which processor from, so now it's like, oh, time to start playing. Oh, this is the AMD. Sweet.
now time to start.
I'm gonna try to play some Atari games on my Mac Mini here.
Well,
1.5 gigahertz.
So while we work, you're going to play? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, it works. There's no reason to fix it.
Well, break it, then you can fix it.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I repasted this one already.
Crusty.
I think it's fine.
I figured it out. There's a Photos app you have to open.
Oh, just through Photos app, you do it?
Yeah, it's supposed to sync into there, and I just have to turn on this checkbox that says
Hey,
iCloud
so
Photos.
How much RAM did you get in your Mac Studio?
Whatever the base was.
So like, was it 8 or 16? Probably 16 on that one, right?
32.
Oh, 32. Okay, geez, that's good.
Apple M1 Max.
All right.
Yeah, When I wanted to buy this, I had no financing, no money. I ended up getting one of those Apple credit cards and then just buying it with that.
Okay, let's put the cleaner up here. Don't confuse my cleaner with my pop.
What's the worst that can happen?
So this board is quite
Wow.
yucky.
Thanks, Retro Techie. What's the worst that can happen? I could
We'll all
die.
be fine. Well, yeah, probably, but like life goes on.
Life.
For the rest of us,
Wow.
at least.
Wow.
For the rest of us, Charlie will move on.
Jeez.
He'll throw away all your garbage, as he calls it. So don't worry about it.
Boy, I feel the love. I really do.
I tell you, with friends like that, who needs enemies, right?
Right?
Although
that-
thank me for all that stuff that you get out.
Although that old woman is going to say the same thing about you.
I know.
Dave?
Oh
Oh,
no.
it's true, Dave.
That's right.
She unfortunately last week my wife called the ambulance to come out and do a wellness check on her
Uh-oh.
because this was last Wednesday, and so anyway she said she's been sleeping for 2 days and she never does that, and she always eats all the time. She's always hungry, and come to find out the ambulance took her. She came down with COVID again. This is the third time she's had COVID.
Gee.
And she had double pneumonia.
Ugh.
Wow.
She's coming home tomorrow. This lady's tough, and but she's got Alzheimer's. So I mean, she is now in hospice care. I mean, my wife, all the people still take care of her because she has to be under 24-hour care.
Right.
But the thing with hospice, I've known people that was terminal. They live 10 years after that. I mean. And then sometimes when they go on hospice, they pass away the next day. You just never know with that stuff.
Right.
So yeah. So anyway, she's coming home. My wife went to visit her last night, and they got her restrained because when she went there on Wednesday, that morning she yanked all the IVs out.
Oh.
Ugh.
Yeah, she wanted to get the what out of there, and
Yeah.
then so they have her in restraints, so she can't do that.
Mm.
And that's probably why they want to release her on Friday so they don't have to deal with her anymore. I mean, she is a handful, sorry to say that, but so anyway.
So when are you planning on going over and grabbing that MacBook out of her hand?
Yeah. So sorry to hear about.
Goodness.
Yeah, so sorry to hear about her. Oh well. When you get in the MacBook.
He said that I didn't. So there you go. We get it when we get it. All right. So the son said I could take it any time, but I'm not going to do it because she goes over there and she tries to. She can't see. She can't hear. Well, she can hear if she wears her hearing aids. She refuses to wear them. She throws them away in the trash, and then she gets new ones. This is about the 5th time she's done that. And
Wow.
She
sounds like a real firecracker.
Oh, she's full of it. Now, when I go there,
Yeah.
total change of attitude. She's very respectful.
Oh.
But all the all the people that take care of her are all ladies, and she is just meaner as snot to them.
Oh.
And it's terrible, But like I said, she could, like I said, she's on hospice care. But my goodness, she could be around she could outlive all of us. You just never know with that.
Wait, she won't outlive Retro Techie because he's only 22.
It's true, right?
He's 22.
Well, I don't
Wow.
know. An
I
EMAC
wonder
could
what
fall
it
on
does
Retro Techie or something, So
Oh, I
Yeah,
can't
that's
lift
true.
them up that high. Everything's placed behind me in order of how heavy it is. So the G3 all-in-one is on the ground. Alongside the
let's see.
Oh,
right.
speaking of G3s, I'm getting a sweet tooth.
Really?
Yeah.
G4.
Okay,
Yeah.
so speaking of G4s,
The same case, though, right?
Yeah.
Similar case.
Is there anything exciting about this one? Has it been upgraded with a dual 1.8
I-
gigahertz?
don't really. No, it's $20. So no
Okay.
hard drive.
I have too many of them. And no, I'm not giving you one. I have 3 CPU upgraded ones, I think.
Oh,
They're always fun to find.
come on. Come on.
Fun to find, huh?
Well, yeah, I picked them up for like nothing, usually from people who are trying to get rid of their parents' old stuff.
Ah.
The last one I got, I asked the person, can you send me a picture of the inside? And I saw the purple heatsink. I was like, okay. And he's like, well, it doesn't work. It doesn't boot up at all. Okay. He's like, $10 is fine. Perfect.
Oh,
So I went to get it. The weirdest thing was they even gave me an extra graphics card they'd ordered, seeing if it was the graphics card, which I would not see why it wouldn't boot. Just take it out the graphics card. You're like, you hear it chime. So it was the guy gave it to me. I took it home.
Mhm.
It had a Sonnet USB card. So I was like, oh, let's just pull out all the cards except for the graphics card just to test it. Worked fine. Put the Sonnet USB card back in. Stopped working.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So something was wrong with that USB card, and that was it.
I'll
Yeah.
be right back. Charlie just woke up, so
Sober?
Run!
sober. Yeah, he's sober. Yeah.
I thought maybe he's getting into his character. So there you go. Yeah.
Not yet. Be right back.
All right.
Hey, you guys, I sent a message in private chat I don't know if you want to answer here or in the chat.
I sent you a message about that. Twitter. Ça dépend. Depends.
I did not see it on Twitter. Sorry.
It's more than likely yes. I don't know if I have plans at that time with the family, though. That's the only thing I have to.
Oh, Eastern.
Eastern.
Yeah.
Ooh, Eastern. Oh. Yeah, I'll be at work. I don't get home till 6:15 Pacific, so that would make it after 9 for you. So.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do it later.
But
It's unboxing
it.
some junk, so
I'll catch it on the flip though for sure.
all right, cool.
Wait, you're not off for Canada Day in the United States?
Say what?
Canada Day.
No, we're not.
Blame Canada.
I should be around, Adam.
Okay. I'll send everybody the link. I'm gonna make it 12:30. It's just gonna be open it up, and if it's destroyed, then we'll have fun figuring out how to fix it. And if it's not destroyed, we'll just test it and see if it works. I'm only gonna stream for about an hour-ish, because Justin's got to stream it too.
Okay. You can. Send me a link. I'll try to take a peek at it at work when you're doing it. I'll
What
try
I'm
to sneak
gonna
away.
do is create the stream right now, and I'll put it in the private chat here, and you guys can all save it.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
I'll just make him a crummy thumbnail.
Oh, come on, man.
Thumbnails are important.
There we go.
My thumbnails suck, but sometimes I don't even bother.
My son criticizes mine. I
Live
told him, I was like,
first.
go back and take my few videos I made around Marcintosh and remake the thumbnails for him.
The good thing is you can go back.
He didn't
and
do
you
it though.
can-
He's lazy.
You can change the thumbnails later. I found out, so I'm like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You can do it up to the time you activate it. Yeah.
This works.
What the hell did I do with that? I lost that cap. Where the heck did it go? I have another one. That is doggone it.
That.
Can't blame it on the cat. So.
Not this time.
No.
Thought.
Usually they are the culprit, but especially Smirk.
Okay, so here's the time when I actually need an electric or ultrasonic cleaner. I guarantee it, man. I have any hope on this thing.
What are we looking
I
at?
still haven't bought one. I don't know.
I made you big there, Garth.
It's just yucky. I mean, let's see if I can get a nice shot here. It's just crusty. I mean, it's hard to see, honestly. This whole part at the top is just like, all crusty and yucky, and you can see it on all the pads and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure something shorted, and good luck. I'll never figure it out. I mean, so my hope is just to clean it up. So we'll keep going. Whatever.
Send it to Bruce. He's offered to fix it for free and pay for shipping.
Sure.
With this radio capacitors.
I had a Mac Mini that just decided it didn't want to turn on anymore, and the components are so microscopic I couldn't figure it out. I sent it to some repair shop. It actually might have been Louis Rossman's company, not 100% sure, but they're like, "Oh yeah, we replaced this one little tiny component," and they shipped me it back. And it was like smaller than a grain of rice. I was like, "Oh wow, okay," but it's worked for 3 years since then. So,
It's funny. So I see Bruce is in chat. Hey, Bruce, and he's right. So there's the radio capacitor or radio capacitors, right? I mean, right? I was surprised. I turned this over. I'm like, okay, wow, it's a 2012 MacBook Pro.
I think Bruce is actually talking about the stuff on Dave's board.
Oh, those
Those old tantalums, those through-hole capacitors.
Oh yeah, okay.
You mean?
Oh yeah.
Hang on. I need some new thermal paste there, Garth. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna take this board right down to the.
Bruce missed the radial caps on my SC board that Joe did. Mine are electrolytic though, so I beat you on absurdity.
Yes, Bruce. I got this. I've had this. I recapped this thing 11 plus years ago, and the kit that I got, they did not sell the surface-mounted tantalums. They only did the through-the-hole tantalums. So that's why we have the little popcorn thing. So what I did, and at that time, I really didn't have a good soldering iron. But anyway, so what I'm just revisiting it. So I'm just like this one here. Let me get it in the camera here. Like I lowered that to the board. We did that one. I did that one, and I've done this one, and now I'm doing these two here, these four here on the sound area there. And the board works perfectly, Bruce. It's just, yeah, they do. They look like little balloons lifting off the board there, absolutely. And somebody says that's the way PC boards are done. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm just tidying it up a little bit, and like I said, it works perfectly fine. If I had the surface mounted at the time, they would be the proper surface mounted ones, but we're using these guys, the little balloon ones here. So there we go. And and one of the ones I was working on, I dropped it. I don't know where it went, and so luckily I have some extras. So there we go. So I got a brand new one right there. So there you go. That'll make everybody happy. Get a brand new one on there. Although these are new, they haven't been used that much. So.
Here's some high quality RAM for you.
Let's see. What's that? What's that?
The MT branded RAM.
Oh,
it's so pretty though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see my sticker?
Yeah, it's kind of washed out.
Yeah, I can't get it to focus. It says replace RAM.
Okay.
Yeah, this is an Apple IIc that, if you notice it already has 4 of the chips replaced. They should have just gone ahead and replaced all of them because MT RAM just fails.
Yeah, that's kind of a substandard RAM, isn't it?
Yeah, they used them in a lot of Apple IIs in the mid 80s, and also in the Commodore 64s and Ataris. On the Atari, they had 8 of those, but they would put the very first chip, they'd put like a Hitachi or an Oki or a Samsung.
Yeah.
And then they'd put the other 7 chips would be the MT crap that was cheap. And the reason they put one good one is because you could still run the diagnostic off of the very first chip, which would always just tell you, oh, the other ones are all bad.
Lovely.
Chris says he can't hear me. Let me see if I can fix that.
It's because he's so far away.
Far away from me.
Yeah, I'm using my Bluetooth headphones. Let me switch to a mic. I'll be right back. Actually.
Who can't you hear, Bruce?
Can't hear Adam.
Adam,
Is
Is that him?
quiet.
Okay.
He's a little
how do I
quiet.
sound?
I'll be back in
You
about.
Oh.
sound lovely.
You sound
Annoying,
fine.
annoying as usual.
Hello out there. I'm ignoring Trina right now.
So I wanted to show I got a free monitor the other day.
Ooh.
What
Ooh.
is
Let
it?
me make,
It's
let
a
me make
Dell.
you a big.
It's a
Oh, nice.
Let's
because
see. Oh.
There it is.
That's a. Oh, I know which one that is. That's a 1914. No. 1907. 1914.
I don't know. It has US.
They only made them that long ago.
Does it have DP on it? DisplayPort?
Yes. It has DVI and VGA
Okay.
and USB.
Hmm.
And then it also.
Well, then it's rubbish. No.
Throw it in the garbage. In the garbage by the bar.
It even had this note on it. Sorry about the camera. Fully functional.
Functional.
Nice.
Functional. Yeah. So.
Well, that one that I found at the thrift store to replace that other one I had, it works great, and on that LC, and like Garth said, the Dells have a really good capability of auto scaling, and that does
Yeah.
just a fine job of it.
Because see, I have this Acer here, the bigger one, but when I'm doing the live streams, get camera in camera, I use it to watch the stream because it's bigger than my little 13-inch screen.
Mhm.
And I'm like, well, if I'm testing motherboards during a stream, I want to be able to actually show it working.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, this motherboard is dead.
Yeah, I like them because they do scaling really nicely on old Macs, and at 640 by 40, they have a nice built-in scaler for VGA.
Right.
Then they do DVI and stuff really nice too, and it's it depends on which one, just for the panel quality and stuff. But
All I wanted is to test. Right? All I needed to do is just simply test it. So. So I'm trying to sweet talk Charlie into buying me an ultrasonic cleaner.
What?
Why do you need to sweet talk them?
I'm like, it's her
Just do it anyway.
I'm like, it's her Yeah, I just need. Unfortunately, I need the money. So I'm like, it's her anniversary, hon. Happy anniversary to us. Hint, hint. Take the hint. It's our anniversary, babes.
Don't do it.
Well, he can't hear you. He's on the phone with his mom. So, haha.
You talking to Mumsy?
Yeah,
Aw. What a nice son.
I know. Yeah, he always calls mom at night when he gets up. So.
Aw.
Why isn't Bruce making fun of me? I
No.
feel like an idiot. I need an ultrasonic cleaner for this. This is hopeless. There's no hope for this thing.
See, now you know my plight. I'm like looking at that, at that other one, and I'm like, yeah, I need an ultrasonic cleaner for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Get a garden hose.
There's
Get a
no way you
garden
can fix
hose.
this without.
Bruce,
Better knowledge and
Bruce,
tools.
would you like to join the stream, or are you still sleeping over there in that your part of the world? We can arrange to send you a link.
I can't do the math. He's like still pretty early there.
Yeah, I got to figure out a better way how to keep that synchronized.
Come on.
One of these little square dealy jobs. Thingamaboobs. Looks all rough.
Language.
Yeah. Yeah, Tech 190 said, yeah, Trina's power supply started smoking on the other live stream. Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm okay.
Stop that smoking, I tell you. It's bad for you.
Come on.
Oh, this has got corrosion all over it. All sorts of different spots. I see it now.
You know what? I do the poor man's ultrasonic cleaner. I take my little electric toothbrush here. But, well, it's not an ultrasonic, but it's one of your one of these guys. and I just douse it with 90 or 100% alcohol, whatever you can get a hold of, and that does a fine job of getting those little green contacts cleaned up and traces and stuff, all around the chips and
Take a couple of swigs yourself.
yeah, you could. Gives me a bellyache though if I do that. So.
Yeah, I've cleaned a lot of boards, like other boards, just manually and stuff. But this one's just everything's so small and it's just all over it. I can see it. And the reality is, I'm sure something shorted. Yeah. So good luck finding that. That's all I can say. And I'm still curious to muck around with it, but it's kind of beyond my ability, I'm afraid.
Well, send me the board with a check for $305.09 Canadian.
Yeah.
American.
And I will gladly ultrasonically clean that board for you.
I mean,
I can cover the 9 cents. That's a better deal for you.
Yep. Well, the good news, her big thing, honestly, again, I miss my daughter. She had a bunch of pictures and stuff on the hard drive, and she couldn't get it off because she couldn't boot the computer. And I told her it is like one of the easiest computers to take apart to get to the hard drive, really, right?
Yeah.
And she wasn't able to do that, so I did that. And that's super easy, and I got that stuff for her, so she's really happy about that. So I'm really happy that was out. Her drive's still okay, which is good. The ants in it were hilarious. They're all like,
"Ooh, FedEx is delivering more boxes to Adam."
Ooh, more stuff? More Apple II stuff?
Adam gets stuff constantly.
Oh, man.
You just set up a FedEx store.
I know. I'd like to be his delivery guy and say, hey, what'd you get? Cool.
Can I have it?
Yeah. There you go, Retro Techie. There's your future job. You could be a FedEx guy. There you go.
I worked at UPS, so...
I did too. I did too when I was going to electronics school years ago. I worked at the Indianapolis
Can you hear me now?
hub, and we worked twilight shift. Man, that was a terrible shift to work. But we did that because we had school in the afternoon. So
I can barely hear you, Adam.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're very low.
I switched mics. Maybe it's something with my level.
Can you turn the gain up on it?
Any different?
Keep talking.
How about now?
Oh yeah, that sounds good. Yep.
All right, I got a customer at the door. I'll be back.
Okay.
I think you need a new computer, Adam.
My Mac Studio is not new enough.
Garbage.
It's a 2022 Mac Studio.
We're almost at 2023. We're like halfway through.
Halfway there. Okay.
And no Retro Techie, you can't have it.
Getting messages.
Yes, these alcohol fumes are great.
Lovely, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta go and wet my sponge here, so I'll be right back. Just a second here. Just can't clean my tip up very good here.
You just keep fixing everything, and I'll play Frog Pond from Atari.
Frog Pond.
It's very
Which
rudimentary.
which Atari thing are you using?
Stella. Like, I don't know if... Well, no.
Hey,
Dave
so
left.
in response to your query from last evening about what the heck is that horrible thing in the background?
Yeah, that creepy doll.
That was a late night impulse purchase of something weird I saw on Twitter. Somebody was selling that on an Etsy store. It's a handmade like horror Furby thing. It's pretty awesome.
See it, Adam? That horrible thing? I don't know if you could hear us, but it was pretty disturbing.
It's hilarious. They like 3D printed the hands and the feet and the face, and it's really kind of cool.
Cool as in sketchy? Yes, that's very
Awesome.
Alright, this game is boring. I have lots of very legal ROMs on this computer, and I gotta find something enjoyable. But a lot of Atari games were poop.
What was your console when you were young?
The first was well, I know for sure we had a ColecoVision, but I think I was too young for that one. But NES for me.
Got
That's
it.
what I collect for NES, right?
It's the nostalgia, of course.
Well, I'm at like 130, 131 NES games right now, which is
Okay.
amazing.
Right.
The prices are getting too high.
Just can't find them in thrift stores anymore, huh?
Not really.
What-
Last
what's that,
time
Rick?
I found N64 games, this is years ago, at a thrift store where I used to live. So I was waiting, and it's always that behind that glass counter, right? The stuff that they deem more, more valuable. And I was waiting there. This guy leans over to me. He says to me, French. He goes, "What are you looking at?" I was like, "Oh, I'll probably ask for those N64 games to take a look." He looks at me. He goes, "Don't bother. I'm getting everything."
Oh my
What?
gosh.
Yeah, I was like, "Okay."
What a jerk.
Jerk, whatever.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
have it.
That's hilarious, actually. I gotta say, it's actually a little hilarious.
Say, I hope they don't work.
I said, "What's your name?" He said, "Garth Beagle." I was like, "Oh wow, that's." He's like, "I am a senior VP at Apple," and yeah, I don't know if that was true or not. And then this guy ran in off the street, grabbed them all, and he said, "I'm Dave's Vintage Apple Tech," and he ran out of the store. So
It's really weird, Dave.
That is shocking, isn't it?
yeah. Well, I don't judge too much.
Retro Techie always has the best stories.
Yeah, they're very good stories.
They are.
They're always lies, though. It's always lies.
What is
All
your real
lies.
name? We're all real people here.
My
You ever
real
told anyone
name?
your real name?
Wilbur.
Mike Stanhope Jr. It's,
That
It's
is
creepy.
not
Mike's
you.
last name. Just creepy. Suspicious,
I
one
know.
might say.
Mike's last name, too.
I'm,
We couldn't even get to see Retro Techie's face till like a month ago.
Wow, I was like hiding it. I said I go at 200 subs, and I worked very hard, and I got to 215 subs, and now I haven't made a video in a long time. But I need to do something that inspires me. I don't want to do the usual boring. Oh, I'm gonna upgrade this Mac Mini with an SSD to make it look faster. Okay, like so are
Yes.
3,000 other videos about the same exact thing. It had no interest to me. I have no interest in watching it.
Why don't you
Hey,
do?
I put an SSD in my PowerBook G3, which is, I thought, boring, but I got a lot of views on that because people are like, how do you do that?
Well, it's also a PowerBook G3. It's not like a 2011 MacBook Pro, right? That's
No,
been
that's
done
boring.
to death.
It's boring. It took a lot of research to find an SSD that would actually work in the G3. That wasn't a stupid compact flash, whatever.
But wasn't the one you got just like an MSATA one?
No, it's actually
It was,
IE.
like, it was actually an enclosure, right? Wasn't an MSATA and a little SSD enclosure?
It's
I thought
actually
that's
a
the one
native.
that Ron's not on too.
Yeah, that's a good.
No, it's different
Yeah,
than the one
20
Ron
bucks.
had. This was a SSD that was built on a board that's got an IDE interface.
Okay.
Here, I'll tell you what, it's not that exciting.
And the guy wouldn't even ship it to me until I told him what I was putting it in, so he could verify that it would work. Because he's like, "I'm tired of returns."
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
I will say my name when one of two things happen, just for fun. We'll see if Bruce is still there. Either
I don't
go
think
on
he's there.
Mac
Unless
Well,
he's-
even if he's not there, maybe he watches it later.
Yeah, go
I go on
God.
Mac
Like-
Yak,
8 in the
Or-
morning where he's at.
yeah, there's no Mac Yak tonight.
or I become a mod on their channel. I want to see it happen. I was
Why do you want
before.
to be a mod
and-
so bad?
well, GT kept making me a mod and removing me the last time.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, it was very appreciated.
I saw that happening. I was like, what the heck? That was hilarious.
That's what
I'm
I
a-
want. I'll give you a first initial. It's M.
Ah, your name is Miguel.
Ah, Mario.
It's a Mario. Okay, wow.
Audio.
What's a good French name that starts with M?
I'm not French. Do you not hear when I speak? Okay, it's possible I don't have an accent, but just because I'm from Quebec doesn't mean I'm
You sound very American. Yeah.
Do I?
So I'm just talking about. Oh my gosh. I'm just
I
talking
did
about
not
your family history.
stutter.
I'm just
I said you
guessing.
sound very American. I don't detect a accent.
American?
American.
America.
America. There you go. You got to put the in it.
Somebody's messaging me about an iMac G3.
What, you're selling it?
No, I'm not selling my 2.
No,
In my 2.
I thought you said somebody messaged you. That's all.
About an iMac G3.
Oh, okay.
The EMAC, huh?
No. They have a. It's not that exciting, really. It's a regular DV. The what's that color name again? The gray one there. The
graphite one.
graphite. But it's only a 400 megahertz.
Yeah.
Well, it's nothing fantastic. I'm looking for a 700 megahertz G3. That's
Why? It's just they're all just as crummy. I mean, they're all G3s.
Yeah, they're all G3s, but it's the top of the line G3, that you're gonna get.
I think that's the one I have actually. Is it the Ruby one?
Oh, they made them in a bunch of colors, I think.
Let
me look at.
I took a Ruby
I don't think they made the Ruby into 700. I think they only did the snow and the graphite. I think.
Yep, mine's 600.
Yeah, I have
Indigo,
a graphite
snow, and
600.
graphite. Sorry.
Mine has a blown out speaker I have to fix.
If I had-
that tangerine
So those
case.
are the 3.
If I had the room, I would get a Ruby. I'm
it's funny.
right.
I have one of the store model enclosures. I think I talked about this before, right? They used to. I guess they sent these to the Apples or the stores, right? So people they wouldn't have to have on display all the different colors iMacs. And so I have one of those, and I swapped its case. It was a tangerine, and so I put my tangerine case onto the Ruby iMac system, right? So it's basically like a Ruby, store model thing. It's really cool. I had lights in it. I haven't turned it on in like 10 years. It's covered with dust. I need to clean it up. It literally the lights in there are incandescent rope lights. They give you an idea how old it is, right? When I put this all up.
I think MacFX is trying to make reproduction iMac shells.
It'd be cool if they just do that front
Bezel.
that plastic piece that strap.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Is the internal
bezel.
bezel?
Yeah, bezel.
The one that's made out of the platinum plastic that shatters.
Yeah, it's a very early ABS plastic. Yeah, it's very brittle.
I think they just used up what was left from the the Performas from 2 years before.
Probably.
So
All right.
are all of those like that? Anyone know?
Huh?
What's that?
We all like that from that time. Are all the ones are all of those have that problem then from that time period, or is it just like
All of
certain
the
ones?
slot loads do. The tray loads, the early iMacs, that they don't have that inner bezel. It's custom made just for that iMac. But when they switch to the slot load, it's like let's put this inner bezel like around the screen or whatever. It's all platinum from like same color as the stuff from the Performas and the Quadras and the G3s from before.
Yeah.
I know my snow is okay though.
Well, when I got my Flower Power and Dalmatian iMacs, the Flower Power was fine, but the Dalmatian, even though it was packed fine, it just get brittle and it was busted up. So I was very lucky. I found 2 slot load G3 iMac inner bezels, brand new. And I'll tell you what, just comparing them to the old one, they look totally different. That's what the plastic used to look like before it decayed over time.
Right.
And so I replaced the Dalmatian with the new bezel. I still have another one, and I want to get in contact with somebody to maybe possibly reproduce those. Maybe somebody's got like a really ginormous laser printer or 3D printer. Because doing the typical mold would be too cost prohibitive. I know MacFX, I talked to him about it. He put that on hold right now. Just to do the mold for $40,000.
Wow.
Yeah, he was looking at doing it, but it costs way too much.
Yeah.
The thing with new old stock stuff, even though, is like I had a bunch of new old stock drive trays, like for Quadras and the early Power Macs.
Yeah.
And they looked perfect. They were in the bag that said Apple service. I dropped one and it shattered into 50,000 pieces.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one here, I could take and I could flex it. If I got the old, let's see, actually, I have the old bezel here. Let me switch camera here real quick here, so you can. Okay, so here's what came out of the Dalmatian, and this stuff is just so brittle. I mean, I could just snap it off. When the new one, I could very flexible. And it smells different too than this. These have a unique smell to them when they age.
There is one thing I've noticed in the past during that era was that service parts seem to come from a different source than a lot of the stuff that was shipped in the whole computer.
Yeah.
I had an LC lid that the one that was on the computer, somebody stepped on it and it just shattered. And the one that was bought as a service part, it was all nice, the good old style, like Mac 2 CI strength, where you could stand on it and it wouldn't even bend.
Yeah, so that's like you say, this came from a different manufacturer. Yeah, so they use different plastic or whatever they put in it. But so that's how I fixed that. And like I said, I was fortunate I found those because there's nothing more heartbreaking. You got a beautiful machine and you got all that all busted up inside of it.
Okay, let's see.
Trina's back.
Oh yeah, I've been back for a bit. I've been looking up why this thing is loop booting.
Did Charlie wake up okay? You get him woke up?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Only cried a little.
Is that right?
Oh no! Trust me, he doesn't cry. If you try to wake him up early, he gets really angry. I actually had him pinky swear last night because he ended up not working, and I'm like, okay, so we have to get up like at 8 o'clock to go pick up this computer for 9, and he's like, I'm like, Pinky, promise me you're not going to be angry at me.
Well, everyone, this has been fun, but I have to go eat the dinner that's just been completed.
Sure.
Good.
Totally understand.
That's not acceptable. Sorry.
If you're still going after I eat my cheeseburger, I'll come back, okay?
Come on back.
Oh my goodness.
Guys, big cheeseburger.
Yeah, I had a couple grilled cheese just before I started, so yeah, very good. All right.
Enjoy.
Yeah, Adam.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks. All right,
Steve
see
is
ya.
here, and I think he's going to be streaming with Mike tonight, and they won't invite me on. It's very hurtful.
What?
I know. I said,
streaming?
why can't I join?
Like, are they doing it in person, or are they like?
Oh, I sent Steve and Mike a link so they can hop in here if they want. So.
How about this? Do you want to see the exciting thing I'm doing? Since
What are you-
everyone's doing like.
What I'm doing,
repairs.
Steve.
Hold on. This is what I'm doing. I added it to the stream, Mr. Dave.
Okay.
I'm doing the
Oh.
latest in computer technology right now.
Good
This is
old
on the-
Atari 2600 graphics.
On the
Steve said we're going to blow up some stuff.
that's not what he said. Read what he said. Read it properly.
He said we're gonna blow crap up.
This is on the
That is
1.5
shenanigans.
Mac Mini.
All right.
Start it. F3, F6.
No problem.
So this is excitement. This is what you could do with an original Mac Mini. Well, original Intel Mac Mini. And if it couldn't do this, I'd be impressed. Not impressed, very disappointed.
Okay.
A calculator could run these games.
No, the calculator was good for spelling out the word boobs.
Boobies! Not all these games work with the keyboard, though, which is kind of annoying. No.
Adam, I'm hungry.
I know. Rubbing it in, he's like, haha, me and my giant burger.
Yeah. Like I
I'm
said,
for
I
like 3 hours.
had a grilled cheese. It was good.
Whoa!
What?
This doesn't look right.
Uh-oh.
Is it an emulator you got going on there, RetroTech?
Well, I think some of these are PAL, so they're not working normally.
You tell me, Steve. What is it?
Oh, let me get you on here. There you go.
It's been blown out with this thing. It's a 2012 MacBook Pro logic board. Yeah, I'm pretty good at repairs now. Yeah. Yeah. It has water damage. Well, actually, yeah, it has damage. It has some water damage and corrosion from like coconut water and ants. There was ants in it. So, yeah.
They were attracted to the coconut water, were they?
The ants make it faster.
I'm pretty sure they all got fried when she turned it on.
I bet.
So I'm sure something shorted, but so I'm just trying to clean it up. I still don't have an ultrasonic cleaner because I don't want to pull the trigger yet. But yeah. So I'm just trying to clean the obvious corrosion.
Steve said that's
Yeah. And everything's obviously incredibly small, so good luck. There's no way I'm ever fixing any of it. So Jay could fix it probably. It needs to be troubleshot, but so I'm just trying to clean it up, and I might actually try to like follow the traces. There's actually funny enough, there's a guy I watch. He's a British YouTube guy. His name's My Mate Vince. The guy's probably
he's great.
oh yeah.
You know him?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. So he does actually like his videos a lot,
That's
and
my
he
mate.
does repairs, all sorts of different things. And his whole shtick is that, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just a novice here. But really now he knows a lot more and stuff. But I've watched him repair some of these, so it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to see the weird things he repairs too, like old toys and
He's
clocks
fixing a
and
Rolls Royce
watches.
right now.
Yeah, yeah. That's nuts. It's hilarious. I gotta say he's kind of bold for doing something like that on his channel, because it's like I imagine people just don't necessarily want to watch that stuff, right? I know he's interested in it.
I think Retro Techie, I got a great idea for a video for you.
Yeah.
Show the proper way to do thermal pasting.
Never. That
Chicken.
starts fight.
We'll be showing that on Tuesday night when Drunk Charlie does computer repair.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
See?
Hey, where can I get this link? Where did you put it up, Trina?
For what the? Oh, it's on. It just go to my channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wasn't sure. Yeah, I just hadn't seen it. I wasn't sure if you would create a new channel for him or something.
No. We're doing it on the same channel.
Okay.
Because I'm still here, soberly trying to help him. Hands off, though.
Yeah, Jay would like that board.
Yeah, I agree. The reality is, it's like I just these. I mean, the cost to repair this, I don't know if it's worth it, right? For what you can just get one of these for that work. So I don't want to, the reality is if I can't fix it, she wanted to take it to somebody to have them look at it. I was like, you know what, it's just not worth it. Honestly, it's like, because I can, by the way, she lives in Hawaii, just to give you an idea. So her options are somewhat limited.
Yeah.
She lives in Maui.
So she suffers, you're saying?
No.
For her, living in Hawaii.
How does she survive?
Yeah. To be honest though, she doesn't
She'll
like how
get
the
by.
weather's just always nice and stuff. She kind of misses, temperate weather, which we have here in California, which is kind of a laugh. This is a
Again,
2012.
California is not really.
She
the
spilled
weather-
she spilled coconut water on it on the keyboard. It ran for a little bit. The keyboard didn't work right, half the keyboard. Then they put it away. Then she took it out again to try it, and it was just completely dead. When I took it open, or when I opened it up, they had ants all over it. Dead ants. So I think, like I said, I think the ants got fried.
You need one of those, like, what are they? I don't know what they're called, but it's like a USB that you put in a computer to see if it's drawing power.
Yes, exactly. So I could tell.
Steve, it's a 2012.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I could tell
if
that
you-
it's. I could see voltages going through to different inductors and stuff and capacitors on the board, but it's not charging the battery though.
The memory's not.
It's a 13-inch 2012 MacBook Pro.
Professional.
Hold on, I gotta go turn on the air conditioning. It's hot in here.
Do 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 do. No, we're not singing that. Demonetize Dave. Dave, run away.
No, I'm here.
Dave, come back.
I'm here.
Okay, good.
All right. I might put this thing back together temporarily and just try it out because obviously it's going to work now.
Well, get it a
Try
little
it
more
out.
wet and then put it back in. I don't have a game on. Sorry.
It's all right.
19-inch PowerBook G5 dual core. So this person that wrote me back about their iMac G3, the snow one. So I said, like, which one is it? I saw the picture of 400. I said, well, I don't know if I would take that one because, you know, I was looking for something a little bit better than mine. I said, but what's the best price you could do? And they said, again, I'm translating what they said, but they said, just the fact that I would set up an appointment with you is worth the $50. Like, what?
I love it.
Man,
I didn't realize your time was worth that much, lady. Okay. Thank you.
you got some real polite people over there.
No, for sure.
I thought Canada people are nice.
Oh,
Canada
you-
people.
yeah,
bloody
but we're in
hell.
I
Quebec.
know.
Canada people.
We're in
The
Quebec.
Canada people.
Some Canada people, I'll tell you.
I word speak good.
What? I missed the story. What was going on?
This person for the iMac G3, I'd asked, you know, the speed and all that,
Yeah.
and they'd sent me a picture of the sticker on the bottom, right?
Okay.
And as I said to them, I was like, well, I was kind of looking for something a little like more powerful than what I have. And I said, so what would be the best price you can do? They had it at 50. And they said, just setting up an appointment for me to meet with me is $50, like worth $50 alone.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe she was selling other things too.
Who knows?
Bloody hell.
I don't need it that badly. I have a 400 megahertz snow.
What
already.
kind of appointment were you setting up with her?
I don't know. What do you get for $50?
He was
Dave,
asking.
can you answer that?
Apparently not what you were looking for.
Yeah. Oh, and Trina, I already sold that keyboard that I talked to you about the other day, so that was fast.
Oh, nice.
The Model M keyboard.
Yeah.
Oh,
You already sold it.
Yeah, a buddy of mine found my ad,
Oh, nice.
and he's like, "Why did you tell me you're selling this?" I'm like, "Because you're saving money." I said, "And I don't want to trade." And he's like, "Oh." And anyways, we came to an agreement. He's getting it for like $80.
Okay.
It's a good deal for a completely working Model M keyboard. Has all the caps on it. It's not missing anything. But yeah, he's getting a deal. Raise some more money for the buy something expensive fund, just for fun.
Wait, how much for Model M?
$80 Canadian.
That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, here's the thing. Like, if I sell to a friend, I'm not ripping them off. Number one, and number two, I try to make it a reasonable price for a friend, and if it's not a friend, because these are just objects.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I don't want to be one of these people that say like, I saw it selling for on eBay $400. Like, I find that stupid, and it bothers me to no end. Like, if somebody appreciates these things, as long as I'm not losing money, I'll flip it on. That's my thing. Like, there's no reason to you know, try to get rich off of somebody else. It's not like I'm running a business here.
Yeah, Trina.
Yeah, Trina. That's true. Yeah, but Trina's prices are regular. They're nothing
Right.
extravagant.
Well, and
I've
that's
seen your ads. So.
and that's because I don't have a storefront.
Yep.
mhm.
Like, if you have a storefront, you have to charge stupid prices because
Brick
you
and
have to
mortar,
pay for
yep.
the overhead.
Yep. Absolutely.
I mean, it's not like I'm going to
Alright,
walk in some old lady's house and grab their laptop and run out, you know?
I mean, nothing crazy like that.
Nothing like
Yeah.
that.
That would be terrible.
I will be right back.
Okay. I am pulling my hair out with this stupid laptop or motherboard.
You're using a motherboard to rip out your hair?
Yeah,
It sounds painful.
it is a little bit, but it gets caught. It gets caught in the fan. So you know.
What is this? Snake? Atari games are so strange. They're so rudimentary.
Oops.
Oh, I don't know what happened, but I lost. I know what I have. Steve Jobs, sign this.
Yeah, it's rare, very rare.
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 Fix this.
So try one in different RAM slots. Okay. F3 is not seeing the first memory bank. F6 the second. Okay. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Check that there's no FOD in the memory. I don't know what FOD means.
Star Fox. Was it Star Fox on Atari?
They
No,
did
it's
not
not
bend
the same
CPU. Yes. Too much pressure on the cooler can cause this as it cracks. Yes. Had the same problem after powering out the starts. After reset, soft. It constantly restart. I love like I'm reading a forum on why this might be causing what might be causing this, and one person literally put down contact the motherboard's tech support. Like wow, what a
That's nice of them.
douchebag! What a douchebag!
It'd be great if, like, the website or whatever, the contact was wrong.
Well, it's not even a contact. It literally just it's all in text. Contact tech support. I'm like, wow. Like, how douchey are you?
Touche.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not a word in French. Douche is a
what
word
it-
in French. Douche
what-
means shower.
Oh, okay.
Or un douche.
But yeah, what a total scumbag to say just contact support. Well, you know what? You're not being helpful.
I will
Sound
meet you
like
at the bar.
Yeah. Okay, let's take the CMOS battery out of it.
It's a good game for 10.6. I have 10.5 on this thing also, but I'm right now in 10.6. Crickets, crickets, crickets.
Well, that's interesting. That's new.
No one knows
Okay.
any 10.6 games?
I don't use 10.6.
What?
Oh.
It's the best Mac OS there ever was. Ford Simulator 2, I have that disc. I'm on Macintosh Gaddon. I'm checking out the Gaddon to see what to download.
Okay, so that didn't work.
Dave, are you still there? Because it's all blue.
I'm here. I'm just
Are we
worried
looking-
about you.
Are we looking at the sky,
yeah,
This is-
nice sky, no clouds. Yeah,
right?
beautiful.
What to get? 3D Dragon Duel? What is exciting here? Every time I look at that, again, I think PC motherboard. I think like 386 or 486.
What at Dave's?
Yeah.
Mm.
Like my IBM Portable has like those caps on them, and they go pop.
Snap, crackle.
Exactly.
Okay,
I am back.
I am tapping.
Boo!
I'm tapping out and working on this motherboard because I'm getting nowhere.
Throw it in the garbage.
So no life on it yet, huh?
Well, there's life. It turns on and then it turns off and then it turns on and it gives me some error codes that I've been googling,
The
but I
Googles.
can't seem to find a correct answer
Hmm.
on why it's doing this. But
The
I will check with a
Googles.
friend of mine tomorrow. See if we can get it working.
You know, on Macintosh Garden, they should divide it up also by system. They should add a search per system, so I don't have to go through every single game that's on there.
So, like, if you're looking for like a Mac
Well, I like at least I could say like, okay,
OS 7,
I need a game that runs on 10.5 Intel.
Right.
And then you put it into the search terms or whatever, and then it shrinks it down. So, because this way I have to look through every single letter if I know what the name of the game is.
Right.
And I know this sounds like a first world problem, but it's very annoying having to do this. Like
We all-
whoever was working at Apple this past 20 years. Man,
we all feel bad for you.
Yeah.
you should.
We're all sitting here crying with you.
Mac Bomber. Oh, what is this? For Mac OS X.
No.
I didn't
I knew
get
someone was going to say that.
I didn't get an invite link either
For what?
for the stream tonight.
I know.
I
Yeah,
wasn't invited.
Steve.
Yeah,
We like to help people blow things up.
and I'm going to be home alone tonight, all by my lonesome.
Aw.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, Steve. See, I have practice. See, I already blew this TTL board up. See, right there.
That's true.
Waiting on Ron to send me the revision 2. Because he's not been feeling good. He's been sick ever since he got back.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
That's not
and
cool.
so
Shoot.
and I told him, I said, well, I can hardly wait for us to get back doing our project. He goes, yeah, I know. I want to get that done.
All right, let's see about this motherboard.
This is such a weird game.
Oh, come on. Seriously. No, that's the right way it goes in. Why isn't it going in? There we go.
What game is that?
Mac Bomber.
Mac Bomber.
It's supposed to be like Bomber Man. I'm not really sure how. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I have to
Oh,
avoid
Steve
my
said,
bomb.
here's Steve's answer on what we asked him here. Where's that here? Mike and I have all the help we need.
But they're anti-Canadian. I know that.
That's what he gets for being a
Are they
movie
really?
star.
Seriously?
There we go.
Is that true?
They told me. That's what Mike said.
I'm kind of gullible.
All right, fine, Mike.
What
Be that
time's
way.
the stream? What time's the stream, Steve?
Yeah.
I probably won't be able to watch, unfortunately. My stupid
Is it
family-
8 o'clock?
Our time?
I think he said it was 8 o'clock.
Oh no! Wow. Oh no! Hey, you can see my very legal ROMs on screen now.
Oh no.
Okay, let's try this
Reported.
again. I think I have to get to those Macs on the sides. I think that's the point of this. But can I do it?
You said you're very illegal wrong? Is that what you
My
said?
very legal.
Oh, legal. Okay, sorry.
It's written legal, so it has to be legal.
Your mic was cutting out. I couldn't quite hear it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, awesome. 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh, cool. Okay, well, maybe. Actually, I'm going to be cooking. Whatever. Oh, well.
We'll be watching it, Steve. Don't worry. We got to support each other. There we go.
I don't have to support anybody.
Oh,
What are you
Steve, I
talking
got your message. No, I can't be on tonight. Sorry.
about?
Ah. No. I'm sorry. No, I.
Hey!
Now, Steve, stop messaging me. Let it go. Look, my family's visiting. Great.
Very nice.
Daylight time now.
Yeah, well, I got all of the my little dilly dallies done on here. There we go. Cool.
It looks like
Oh,
a
look at
AAA game there.
Hey, nothing but the best.
A red Mac. Hey, I saw one of those. We saw one of those for sale not too long ago. A couple of them.
Okay. Run.
Send all your send all your complaints to Mike.
I did complain to,
Yeah, Mike.
to Mike.
Hush, Garth. There you go. Yeah.
Who do I send my complaints to for not being on Mac yet?
Boy, what's wrong with Mike? He says he never even responds to Adam's request. You want to offer him free Macs.
Oh,
Man. It's because they're not prototype, I guess. That's why.
it's a prototype.
Right. It's a prototype.
Okay. I want to do this properly. Come on already. Mike sent me a message. It wasn't the most pleasant of messages.
Uh-oh.
You sent him a message?
Yeah.
Goodness.
He even knows my real name.
He gave me his cell phone number so I could message him, which is
Well, I got a nice message from Mike. He says, because I sent him a link earlier, he says, I appreciate it. He says, I'm doing my own stream tonight. So, all good.
Go run, little Mac.
Oh, shoot. Okay, I will be right back again.
So, you're going to be on Mac Yak next week there, Retro Techie?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah? Okay.
No, I think they have an issue with me. I don't know. I've been supporting them for a long time now. I feel like I deserve this. I mean, I haven't sent them a dime on Patreon or through the stream, and I won't. But I still feel like I deserve this. Oh, I'm getting closer.
I've only ever been on there twice, so don't feel bad.
Uh-huh. Come on.
One is a guest, and the other one to clean your show your CMP some love. So
I did nothing.
So anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna do
Okay,
that.
sorry,
but-
I'm back. That was a call from Jay. He was asking if I could be on next week's Mac Yak.
Yeah.
What were you guys talking about?
Funny you should
I
mention
told him I
that,
couldn't, obviously, because
because Retro Techie's on next week. That's right.
yeah, that's what I heard. So
Yeah. Yep.
Hold on. Oh wait, not App Store. That's not what I want to do.
Now,
don't
Steve.
have anything to offer.
Now, Retro Techie, look at what Steve sent you.
So there's the answer right there.
Try sending a bigger check.
Oh, cool. Steve says he's leaving for dinner, so now we can trash talk him. He said, "Oh, don't trash talk him."
That's okay. We'll be in the chat. We can make their life miserable, right? For a little bit, anyway. I wonder what they're going to be working on tonight.
I don't know. They're not telling anybody.
I know it's a secret.
Sorry, Charlie was heading off to work, so we were canoodling before he
Oh.
did.
I just have a message for Garth that I just put on the screen. So
Interesting. Why'd you use that font? Styles font.
we do it with style.
Stylish.
Oh, I
Did you
didn't know.
understand my?
Hey, Eric.
Did you
how you
understand
doing?
my quote I told you last night?
Hi, Eric.
Hey, Eric. How was your camping trip? We all know we saw the videos, actually.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Looks like you had a really good time.
I love the idea of going camping and like that, and then just having an old Mac, and you're kind of disconnected, and being able to work on stuff like graphic card or any of that stuff is really cool. I think.
Yeah.
It has to do with weird stuff. That's weird.
Weird. Let's see, zoom out a bit.
What time is it? 6:50.
Yeah.
I have to go soon.
And they're going to be streaming at 8 o'clock tonight.
And I might be the special
Tonight.
guest.
So we got plenty. Oh, well, that's not for a couple hours yet, or an hour and a half, I guess.
About an hour.
To boot that.
Because it's almost 7 o'clock.
Not where they live.
Well,
It's almost 4 o'clock here. So you're right.
Yeah.
That's
You're not
most
wrong,
stu-
but you're also not technically right.
That's right.
wow. Thanks, guys. I feel
Stop being
the
so
love.
wrong.
I feel the love.
We love you very much, Trina.
Eric's asking who's streaming at 8 p.m. and it's
Oh,
Mike's
it's
Mac
gonna be-
Stuff with special guest Mac 84.
Dave, yeah.
We're gonna be blowing
Oh,
stuff
and
up.
it's
Bring the
PC
Steve.
shenanigans. I want to join this.
Wife is yelling at me. You all got me in trouble. Bye.
Why? We said go eat. What do you mean?
That's
Why is
right,
it our
Steve.
I bought my Firework 180 when I was renting a room. And I said,
Okay, let's take the stick of memory out of this motherboard that I should have done before.
That's cool. Very cool.
Is it fixed yet? Oh,
That's awesome. It literally is a electric toothbrush.
That reminds me of the dentist. I just cringe just for the noise. I'm like, no! Why are they drilling into my teeth?
We don't want that.
What did I do? What did I do to you, Dave? Jeez. Sending terrors down my spine.
Yeah, dentist is never a fun place to go, is it?
Nope.
I told you, this is the poor man's ultrasonic. There you go.
I
I
just
don't
told,
see why
I
anybody
told
doesn't
Charlie,
pick
I
a
said,
hose.
as he was leaving for work, I'm like, go make 30509.
$300.
Yeah, for the ultrasonic.
You're not even married yet. You can't ask for a $300 gift.
Yes, I can. It's our anniversary on Friday tomorrow.
Please. $300 for an
Eric
anniversary.
says,
I think the first year anniversary gift,
Ultrasonic brush.
it's an ultrasonic cleaner.
Yeah, okay.
That's what it seems like to me. I'm just saying.
Put a ring on it first, and maybe you get something.
He has put a ring on it.
Did you get married?
No, not yet.
Oh.
Eric says he enjoys the dentist cleaning my teeth. I think I'm in the minority.
Sure is.
Yes, he is.
I don't mind the cleaning, Eric. It's just when they get in there with the jackhammer and the pick and they're trying to get stuff out of there. That's the part that I could do without. But yeah. But I guess it helps when you go to the dentist more than twice in a decade, you know. So, yeah.
Ugh.
Eric, are you a masochist?
Say what?
I was asking if Eric was a masochist.
It's just going to be Steve and Mike on the stream tonight.
Oh, just Steve and Mike. All right.
Yeah. It's
And me.
just Steve and Mike.
And me.
And you. Okay.
Yeah.
And Garth.
No, not Garth.
Oh. I told Steve no. Remember, I can't do it. I'm sorry.
All right.
Schedule's
Well,
too busy.
He
I'm gonna
doesn't
make
take
dinner.
no for an answer a lot of times, you know.
Is that your toothbrush, Mike? Dave?
I
Yeah.
hope not.
One that I don't use.
I was going to say, I hope not.
But I got one that looks just like it upstairs, a new one that I use. I usually take when they start going bad. It's when I use them for what I'm doing it for now.
Hmm.
It's just another way of getting some use out of it, right?
True.
Yeah.
What, Eric? You've never ever had to have a filling or cavities? Wow,
Wow.
lucky you. Good genetics.
What kind of kid were you?
I know.
Well, all his teeth are made of gold. So, yeah. Garth, is this how they worked on boards at Apple?
Yes. It's officially sanctioned procedure.
The eye
I'm
toothbrush.
gonna have to
The eye brush. There you go.
picture this before I put it back in.
Right beside the eye hammer. There you go.
Hey, have you used the method I said for getting a cheap Mac yet, Garth? You walk in
Oh,
with
what
like your
method?
old. Well, you go into an Apple store with your old ID card.
My
saying
old
you're
ID
from-
card. I don't have it anymore. They take that from you when you leave.
They do?
Oh yes.
Do you have like a paper
yes.
card or something they give you or anything like that?
No, it's a badge. My badge, you know.
Oh, that's bad.
Stinking badges.
You should have. Why? Why?
Well, I will say this, and I will just be vague about it. I might have it again someday.
Oh,
Oh,
Uh-oh.
are you going
It's taking
back?
forever. I feel bad because the person is busy and whatever. So yes, but it's been 3 years, so they'll get it to me eventually.
The original one or a new one?
My original one. It was
Oh, I
funny
thought you were
actually.
gonna go
Well, my
back.
last one. My last one, which actually I got made in, I think it was like 2004. My original one, they made us all switch in like whatever it was, 2004 or 6 or something. I can't remember. We all got new badges, and so I don't have my original one with the multicolored logo, but mine had an orange apple on it. But then they had other upgrades, and I managed to like skirt all the other upgrades, right? So I still have my other badge from before. So it's like,
Well, there you
Yeah.
go. They'll never know. Go to an Apple store, put it on. Say you're from the head office. You're
First
there
grade,
to just
Eric.
check
the
on
head
someone.
office.
head off.
Hey, I'm here from the head office.
So I need to get the new MacBook Air just to test them out for quality
Yeah.
control.
Yeah.
Oh, so question for you, Garth,
Yeah.
because I was doing some reading, and it can't
It
seem
wasn't
to
me.
be. It can't seem to be confirmed. But where you worked at Apple, maybe you know. Somebody said the reason there was a bite out of the apple was because of Alan Turing.
I have no idea. That's interesting though. Why?
Well, okay, so Alan Turing.
No,
I don't know if-
yeah,
yeah, you know who he is. So
Yeah.
he ended up killing himself
Yeah.
after they castrated him by poisoning an apple, and he took a bite out of the apple. And this is where the rumor has come from. It may not be true. I'm not saying it is, but some people were like, "Oh, this isn't true," and some people are like, "Yes, it is." And I'm like, I don't know, because
That's
I
really
couldn't.
funny. I wonder.
Right.
I want to say no because at that point Apple was pretty corporate, right?
Yeah,
Or getting to be that way. So why would they have done that unless somebody did it that people just didn't know, right?
right.
And plus, if it's gone that long, for that long, it just sounds like something that somebody would come up with,
So I don't know if there's any truth to it, but I thought, hey, while I have the Apple Employee of the Month,
Yeah.
Actually, I heard the reason was they were too cheap to pay for the rest of the Apple. They paid for 3/4, and that was enough.
That was
cheaper. Yeah.
that was it.
Pay for the whole Apple. That's a whole
So
lot
many
of
decisions
apples.
were made because of that.
All right, I'm gonna go because to have supper.
Have
Oh,
a good supper.
you're wimping out early.
Well, also
What?
my kids are alone right now, so one of them is alone right now upstairs. I'm assuming watching TV right now, but I'm gonna go see them.
Well, we don't hear any noise, so that's a good sign, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's not a good sign. You should hear a lot of noise.
Generally want to hear more noise than none.
All right, a la prochaine.
All right, have a good night.
All right. Have a good one, Russia.
Bye,
right.
everybody.
Bye-bye. I will mute my mic so I will not hurt your ears, Trina. Okay. Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say I agree. What's the rationale for that? But yeah, just sort of a protest thing, right? In some ways, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like unless it was something like connecting to, like there's something like they were,
Yeah.
sympathetic to that, but just but then it's like I don't know.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that nobody seems to officially know. So it's like one of these rumors that are floating around.
Yep.
That it's. Yeah, a friend of mine posted it, and then people jumped on it and said, "Oh, this isn't true," and then somebody said, "Oh, yes, it is," and I'm like, I don't know. Oh, come on! Why would you put it in? They put one of the processors with pins in a like bubble wrap. And of course, the pins are getting caught on the bubble, or we're getting caught on the bubble wrap. Oh, that's not going in there. Oh, it's the pin. I hate AMD processors.
I don't think I've ever owned. Oh no, I did. I had a DX4 100. I think it was an AMD one.
Right.
I don't think I ever owned anything beyond that though. It was always Intel.
Because the pins are on the friggin' chip, and they get bent so I think easily. Yeah.
I must say, Garth, you worked when you worked at Apple. You worked at really the great era of Apple when they were power.
It was
going from the 68K to Power PCs. It was.
Well, I was there. I started in '99, so we were going. Basically, it was after the original iMac had come out, and before the slot load iMac, and before the original iBook. So right then is when I started, and
wow.
So yeah, it was a lot of. Oh, I'm doing this wrong, Richard. Sorry. Yeah, it was a good time period because it's funny. I go back and look at release dates for certain things. It's like, oh wait, the Cube came out in 2001. I was like, wow, is that fast? And there's like another one came out this quickly, and there was just a lot of weird, like cool industrial design and crazy stuff they did, right? Like the G4 iMac, the Cube, just weird stuff, right? And then the G5 was crazy. That development was absolutely madness. I remember going to like one of the original. They'd already figured. By the time I got to my level, they'd already figured a lot of stuff out. But here's what the plan's going to be, folks, and we're all sitting around this room, and it's like, oh my god, this is madness, right? For the G5, and but yeah, there was definitely a lot of stuff. And then on top of that, there was other things I was in, like when we did the first Apple TV, we did the switch to Intel, we did Boot Camp, bunch of weird stuff that haven't really done. I mean, they do a lot of iOS stuff now and stuff, but
where did I put that processor?
Nothing to do with iOS stuff.
Marches on.
Now I pulled a Steve. I can't find a. Oh no, that's not it. I can't find a processor because the one that I got has too many bent pins. I'm gonna have to contact the seller.
Oh, I think Eric's got a question for you, Trina.
Oh,
or
okay.
Garth.
You have a reason to hate it.
Yeah, I it's funny actually. I got a I think it has an Athlon in it. I'm not sure. An old board off of eBay because of something that came with it. It was a Voodoo 5 5500, I think, AGP. They were selling this and I was like, whoa, Voodoo 5. So I just bought the whole thing, right? Because I was just, all in one. But the motherboard I never gotten to work. But I think it has some Athlon on it. I got to take it apart, actually.
Well,
so yeah, it's like these old motherboards, they break, and they're caps and it's the motherboards that go and.
All right, where did I put that effing processor? Oh, haha! I found it. Should have sworn it before. I think it's the same pins. Might be the case. Okay, yeah, it does. Okay, sweet. Yeah, yay. So I bought a processor I didn't need to.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but that's okay because it has bent pins, so it's going back to the seller. I'll take photos and I'll send off a message to them and say, money back, please.
Yeah, I'm going to take this battery out. This is just annoying. Super annoying. Oh, good. A try thing, too.
Yeah. AMD ran too hot. Yep.
Yeah. So I had somebody once, and they had bought an Apple mouse, like one of the wired mice from me.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get it, and they said, oh, why did you cut the cable before you shipped it to me? And I'm like,
What?
Yeah. And
Oh, okay, wireless.
no, it was a wired mouse, but they were like,
Oh.
why did you cut the wire before you sent it to me? And I'm like, I didn't. So after a lot of back and forth, he sent me it back. And thanks to my meticulous detailing, there's an actual department at eBay that will reverse decisions, because he decided eventually, because I'm like, I'm not giving you money back. One of the cables was cut at a 45, the other one was straight up and down. So it's clear that, you know,
Yeah.
yeah. So of course he filed a complaint with eBay, and they're like, oh, it'll take 24 to 48 hours. 5 minutes later, I get an email. Yep, we sided with the buyer. But I had sent these photos, and I found out there's a department that you can actually ask for that will review. That will actually, you speak to a human, and they will actually review the case.
To review it.
Automated.
Yep.
And so I called them, and I'm like, listen, take a look at the photos. You can clearly see, because I took like 3 photos at different angles just to show the different angles cut. And I'm like, you can see this is clearly 2 different cuts.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, yeah, we totally agree. You're getting your money back.
Yeah, that happened to me one time. I sold a laptop, and it worked fine. It was a PowerBook. It was a 2004. And anyway, so I told him, I said, the only thing that's wrong with it is every now and then you move the screen back and forth. Once in a while, it'll kind of do a weird thing. But other than that, it works fine. I go, you just move it. It works fine. And so anyway, took lots of pictures, documented everything, documented putting in the box and all that. I even did a video. I always, when I'm shipping something, I do a little video when I'm packaging it up. Okay.
Nice.
And then as soon as the person got it, they filed a complaint saying that the screen doesn't work. And I even showed pictures of the screen cutting in and out. And so anyway, they I showed everything to eBay and all that, and same thing. We'll get back in 48 hours, and things like the next day, they
magically sided with the buyer.
well, no.
Oh.
So what happened is they said, we agree with you. And then so to make a long story short, I guess this kid bought it, didn't tell his parents. And so the parents complained to eBay that he bought this, and they said, hey, everything was described as it was, so it's not the seller's fault.
Yeah.
And so he tried to get his money back, and they sided with me. So anyway, they sent it back to me. They didn't put any packing or anything in it. They just threw it in a box, and that thing was just
destroyed.
Oh, it was in parts when I got it.
Yeah.
It was just it just irritates me, and it's just
honestly,
like
this
that.
is one of the reasons I've been holding off selling anything on eBay. Just like, I don't know. I'd rather just whatever. I don't know.
Well, it's all, at best it's always a risk, because eBay unfortunately does always side with the buyer.
Mm-hmm.
It never used to be that way, but anyway, but now, like I said, if you document it good enough, they will side with the seller, and that's I just you just chalk it up for experience. So.
Knock on wood, I haven't had any issue. Well, except for one guy yesterday contacted me, and he's like, I haven't received the laptop. And I'm like, so I checked the USPS site, because when you ship from Canada, like I ship it through Canada Post, but when it goes into the States, you can also track it on the USPS site.
Yes.
So I went and tracked it, and it said it was delivered on the 23rd, and it was handed to the buyer, or handed to someone. So I said, well, according to both eBay and the USPS site, it was delivered on the 23rd. I said, here's the tracking number. I suggest you open up an issue with USPS. Like, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
right? And then he emails me back. He's like, "Oh, eBay's always a few days behind with their deliveries." Da da da. And so I just said, as I mentioned before, the USPS site said it was handed to someone on the 23rd when it was delivered. Here's the tracking number. Contact them.
Yep.
Like, I'm not going through this, and that was the last I heard from him.
Yeah, I know. We ship things to patients and stuff like contacts and glasses once in a while, and we had once in a while we get patients say, "Hey, never got it." Same thing. Well, UPS said it was delivered, and so signed for it. Yeah. And turns out to be it was their kid that signed for it, and I just didn't bother to tell a parent. So yeah. And the contacts were for the kid, so But yeah. Get that a lot, unfortunately. Well, it's pretty clean. It's not too sticky now. Sometimes what I do is I'll just put this in Dawn dishwashing soap and just let it sit in warm water, and that actually will take the stickiness off better than the alcohol will a lot of times.
For the brain no work good. For the flux, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it took the majority of it off.
So Dave, I'm going to stop working on motherboards while I watch your stream.
I'm still trying to get this one ribbon cable in. It's horribly horrible.
Oh, aren't they horrible?
Yeah, this one's bad.
Let's see. I made you big. Let's see. Try to get that in there.
One little ribbon cable right there. And yeah, it's just awful. It's the keyboard cable.
That's not all that important, is it?
No pressure, Garth. See? Yeah. It's funny because everything on iFix is like, yeah, this thing's a pain in the butt to get back in. And yeah, thank you. It's like,
hey, Rudy's Retro Intel's watching here.
Hello, Rudy.
Hi, Rudy.
It just doesn't want to go in.
I know some of those can be really a challenge to get in there.
It's always annoying too because I read the things on iFix or whatever about what they're doing, and they're like, oh yeah, when you go to put this thing back, good luck, man. You're not gonna. They came out so easy. It was like, oh well, this is gonna be fun.
The ones that I like though, the better ones that I like of those like repairs is, oh yeah, you put this ribbon cable back in and you put that ribbon cable, and it's just whiz bang, they're doing it, and I'm like looking, going, I've been trying this one ribbon cable for the past half hour and got nowhere.
Yeah, that's almost where I'm at right now, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, you wonder how many takes it took for them to get that in there, right?
Right.
That's the real truth there.
And the fight. Okay, so yeah, nobody knows probably on stream. I just want to see if this thing turns on because it's not going to turn on. But I mean,
you never know.
But
yeah, just see if it'll turn on.
But I think I need the keyboard attached to be able to. I don't have everything screwed in really, just sort of half-assed in here. I just want to see if it's going to do anything. So you know what? Let's just quickly plug in
the power supply.
The power.
Yeah.
Let's see, because I don't need trackpad. That is that. This and yeah, I don't know where that goes. So just see if the fans spin. Nope, that's a good sign. Power. Oh, I gotta actually turn on power. Here we go. Power's on. And no fan spin. Green light though.
But you're gonna have to turn on you're gonna have to press the power button.
Right, but my point is I think the power button is hooked through the keyboard.
Oh.
The keyboard. I think. I'm pretty sure on this model it is, but I don't know.
Oh. Well, try it,
So
and we'll let you know.
yeah, it didn't work.
Oh,
It
no.
didn't work, but this is what I was doing before, so either it doesn't work or I don't have the cable in, right?
What? What? Sorry, I got a cat that wants
It's a
attention.
yowly cat, yeah.
Yeah.
Yowly cat.
Nice yowly cat.
When she wants attention, she'll really let you know.
This is the watch Garth try to get a cable in stream now.
Oh, so Rudy.
No
says,
pressure. No pressure.
Rudy says, hold on, I'll bring up see if I can do this. Nope. It won't let me bring up oh, there you go. Yeah, those cables are made to drive people nuts.
And they do a fine job of that too.
Yes, they do.
I almost wanted to put this cable
Like
on.
I like the
Now I think about it.
I like the design
I can't.
where they have like it just kind of snaps. Like for the optical drive and the hard drive and stuff,
Yes.
Yeah.
where it just
Yes.
snaps in. I'm like, why couldn't they just use that for all the cables?
Yeah. Probably
Right?
Yeah, I don't know actually. I mean, it's obviously it comes down to the connector, but then Apple is dictating so much of this, right?
Right.
It's not going to work anyway, Eric. This thing's borked. It got water damage with sugar, and there was ants in it, and yeah, it's probably fried.
And put it all back together before you... No. No.
Oh wait, might have it. It might be enough actually. That might be enough.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, we'll
Maybe.
find out.
I really doubt it. I mean, the reality is I won't be able to tell for sure. So I would expect the fan to do a little pulse. Come on, power button. Nope, nothing.
Nothing.
Nada.
Nope.
But you just have the green charger power light.
Yeah, it is green still, but I don't have a battery in right now. The battery's probably borked anyway, but it's all good.
What?
Let's see if we get
You are
some
so
voltages here.
cuddly-wuddly.
Eric said it works for me every single time.
Yeah. We are not listening to Eric at this point because I seen some of Eric's live streams, so
So the voltage does go through the board. I'm getting 17 volts and this is 17 here too then. Okay, were they all 17? This one was 3.5 before. Did I make it worse? Two were 17, one was 3.5. Oh, no, I'm not getting anything. Hold on. Oops, bloody hell. 17. Now that's interesting. One of these is 3.5 before. I wonder if these are all supposed to be 17.
apparently the key is confidence.
Someday, if I actually look up schematic and figure out what any of these things are, I'll actually be able to tell me.
If Jay was here, he'd be able to tell you. He's actually helping me.
Jay would be pulling his hair out or his hat off or something.
he would tell you where to go to check it, when it's. But because he's done a ton of those liquid damage
exactly.
boards.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Do you
no
see
worries.
any of those liquid detectors? I guess they turn red.
That's a good point.
Come on up.
I did not see one anywhere.
Come on up.
Hey.
That's
Hey.
funny. Actually, I didn't see one, but to be honest with you, I had already doused a little bit of this side here, but not anywhere else. So the other side, though, I didn't see any. But I have photos of it too. But I've seen it before. I had those little red with the little dots, right, and everything. So yeah.
Yeah.
Pushed evil
But
Eric
yeah.
back into his place.
I want to hook this thing up outside of the case though, so I
Come
will
here.
probably try that next.
Come on.
But
You can
that's
do
just
it.
going to be to see if I get
can do it. Come on.
if I can test
There you go.
voltages on that side.
All right. Let's.
We gotta see a kitty.
Yeah, I'm trying to change my camera because she's a little finicky as well. So I gotta be careful. Like if I move too much, she's like, "Oh, you want me off your lap?" And I'm like, "No, I really don't." Okay, let's go to this one. Oh, allow. Should really just remember this decision. I don't know if
Okay.
you can. I don't know if you can see her.
We see you.
Oh, okay. Oh, you see a tail though.
Yeah, I see a tail. There
There's
you
her
go.
tail.
Oh,
There she is.
oh,
There she
cute.
is.
Oh,
So
She's
small
shy.
but so vocal.
That's great.
yeah. Our indoor-outdoor cat Betty. She's very vocal. One of the
She
most
tries-
vocal.
She
cat I've
tries
ever
to
seen.
be an outdoor cat, and then if we leave, like we've accidentally one night we left her on the balcony. We had the door open, and we didn't realize she was on the balcony. And I get a call the next morning from my neighbor going, "She's on my balcony." She had literally jumped over balconies,
Oh my goodness.
and we're on the 14th floor, so that was a little.
Oh my goodness. Holy cow.
Whoa.
But there's only
Yeah.
there's only about a foot difference between in the distance.
Oh, that's good.
So
Okay.
yeah, she's not going that far, but
Yeah.
still, it's scary. And then when I went out, she jumped right back over, and I'm like, "Way to give me a heart attack, you." Hey, you. So we have to be super careful now. Like,
Yeah. And I'm assuming you never ever found that marble.
no, I didn't.
It'll turn up.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm not looking for it. Well, like, yeah, because
Yep.
when I cleaned off, when I put the the monitor that you can see here,
Uh-huh.
when I
Yep.
put that up, I cleaned literally everything off that end of the bench because I thought it might be stuck in like the gobbledygook that was there, but no.
Wasn't in a litter box, huh?
No, no, it's not a litter box. We cleaned it out. We've cleaned it out since we've been home. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eric did not realize you lost the apple marble.
yeah, I've lost the apple marble. Sorry, but it will
Lost the marble.
it will show up when I'm not looking for it.
Well, what you do is you buy another one and you'll find the other one. That's what it
Yeah,
works.
that's right.
The day you do it, you'll find it. That's just the way it always works.
Unfortunately, they're custom, so
I know. That was pretty cool.
yeah, I'll find it eventually.
It'll
One of
show up.
these days, she'll go start playing with it again. She'll find it and start playing with it again, and I'll be like, "Haha!" Oh, she's curled up in my lap now.
Aw,
Yeah,
she's happy.
yeah.
What? All right. Time to call it for this one for now. I think we're gonna have to spend a little time
It's
looking at.
still flatlining on you.
Yeah, I just want to try to follow voltages on it. I have it set up now at least where I can actually do that externally.
Yeah. Oh, that's
And,
good.
and I've cleaned the obvious corrosion off it, but the reality is, I'm sure something shorted. I mean, just the way it's behaving. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check with Jay. He's been. I got a board from him for a pretty decent price.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because he's got a lot of those parts
Right.
for those.
Yep.
So he might be able to hook you up. And he'll just probably say, "Just send me that one, and I'll give you a working
yeah,
one or
exactly
something."
right.
Yeah, do a swap. Yeah.
Look at that. It's so small.
I know.
I think
Amazing,
so.
isn't it?
Horribly tiny. I cannot imagine trying to desolder any of this stuff on here with my equipment. I mean, give me a break.
And just imagine the M1s, how much more smaller they are because everything's on the
Yeah,
board.
Everything's
On the chip.
Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
Go flying. All right.
Okay.
That's the problem. The fan's loose. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang
That's
it.
it.
The make go cable is unconnected.
Okay.
All right. Actually, I'm gonna bail everyone. I have to go start things for dinner.
Okay.
I was
All
I
right.
have to
I
take
was
things
just
out of the fridge and prepare them.
I was
And,
thinking the same thing. I'm like, before
Yeah.
Mike starts streaming, I should get something to eat.
Yeah, we'll wrap this up here in about 10, 15 minutes here. So, yeah. So this one, this is the original board out of my Mac Plus. Let me zoom out on it here. And so this is the one, when I tried to put the Rominator in it, that's the one that it did not turn out so well. The Rominator goes right. These ROM chips come out. The Rominator, actually, let me see if I can. I can't get it. I'm trying to get organized. I got a lot of my Mac Plus parts in this little thing here. But anyway, so you take the high-low ROM out, and then you put the Rominator in there, and then you put the new ROM that you get with the Rominator, the high-low, and you get your two different versions of software that's already on the ROM. And so anyway, get it all back together, tried to power it up, and it made a horrible sound. And the screen was like all staticky, so I turned it off. And so I put the original ROM back in it. Thought, well, I missed the Zaptor ROM. Took Rominator off, put the original RAM back in it. Did the same thing.
Oh.
So I do know that the ROM is okay. The memory, which you can use this in the Mac SE, by the way. They all share the same memory. But anyway, the memory's good. I did do the SCSI resistor conversion on it where the SCSI is powered. So if you put a blue SCSI on it, it powers it. But I took and I disconnected it at that time because I thought, well, maybe something shorted out on it,
Mm.
So anyway, No, it didn't make any difference. So I do not know what the problem is. My
But does
oh, go ahead.
Does that same Raminator work in another system now? Okay, or
No, I made a new Raminator
so
because
what's up with that one then? What happened to that one? Is it still around or?
I have it. I have it. He's basically K Koba watched the video, and he said that two things could have happened. Which one of them I did? I got the header pins reversed, so they're like maybe a millimeter longer on the other side. And he said it might not have been making a good connection, and so therefore it could have got the power and it didn't, and it could cause it to bridge out. The other thing would be that the little surface mounted chip that's on that Raminator could have gotten damaged just handling it. And so anyway, let me see if I can grab it here real quick. Here, I gotta move. This is gonna be no, I can't get it. I got my Mac down here. So anyway, yeah. So I'm suspecting that probably I did something to the processor, because right here where I've got the where the pencil lead marks is, that goes on a pin, and then on the other side there's two wires that go on the other pin of the processor here.
Right.
It's really hard to do it in reverse on the camera, but right there where those two tick marks are. And I counted the pins right. There's a lot of pins on here. And so anyway, so what it is, I rebuilt the Raminator, got another kit, because they're very inexpensive. They're like $24 or something like that.
Yep.
Did everything that he told me to do. He also told me when you take these out to de-aux these sockets, because there can be some crud in there. So I did that. Put the new Raminator in there, and I'll tell you what, it was. So then the other problem I had is that the sockets are different. Let me see. I can pull that out. So so these here, the other ones that I had on the other board had little ribs on them.
Get the closer.
Yeah.
And it
Those
made
look
it made it sit, because when I put it down the first time, it started to boot up, but it would not see the ROM disk. It would show the little pirate, it'd make the little dink sound. And so he said, well, pull it off and shave the sockets down. So that's what I did. I took the razor blade, not this one, but I shaved the sockets down on it, cleaned them up, de-oxed it, get all the crud out of it, pushed it back down on there, worked perfect. So yeah, there's little things you got to be conscious of when you put the Raminator. It's a really slick gadget. I mean, it's neat to have a ROM disk. That thing is fast. And so anyway, so I'll just stick these back down here. But yeah,
it is hilarious how easy you can pull those ROMs in and out, though, because you know what I mean. It's not getting as much contact with a little bit thinner or something, right?
Exactly, because it had the Raminator thing in there, so it kind of spread.
So this board now does not work still, or does it work? Or
this does not work properly. I don't know what the problem is. So the board.
Yeah, so I was wondering if basically the Raminator had some fault on it in some way, or something that shorted it out, and maybe you could actually detect that on the Raminator itself, wherever its voltage pins are, things like that. Are they shorted to some other pin, something obvious? And the cool thing, you actually have a known good working Raminator there to compare against. If you
you know what I'm saying? Like absolutely.
Because obviously, if it was a Raminator that shorted something in the board something obviously, like you said, is fried. Who knows, right? I don't know. But especially if it was a chip like that, because you'd have to figure that out. But obviously the Raminator itself is damaged. Then that might give you a good idea, knowing that, okay, wait, this 5 volt, whatever it is, or whatever uses 12 5 volt, something that is actually shorted to the ground or something. So that'd give you some idea what on that rail on that board actually what it could fry, which of course could be a lot of things depending, right? But yeah. That's interesting. Because obviously, if it's a data line going somewhere, then that's going to tell you, well, this is going to hit these 3 chips or whatever. That's kind of cool. That's a neat failure, actually.
Yeah. So it, so like I said, I know what is good on it, but like I said, that processor's in question, and like I said, it could be some just simple little chip that got zapped, So,
cool.
I don't know. I'd have to get the schematics on it and see. But this board is like just like the other one I got. Well, yeah, same way with the other one I got. I got lucky. I got another one. Obviously, it was very well cared for, no corrosion. It looked just as good as this one, the one that's in it now. So, because usually you get them, they're all rusted out and everything. And
You know, really, they didn't cheap out on boards so much then either for something like that too, right? I mean, you know, obviously, you know, it was an expensive product, so yeah.
oh yeah, these were pricey back in the day. But yeah, so it's just yes, I keep it in the static bag there. I got leaned up against there, and then like I said, yeah, hopefully I get this figured out because it'd be nice to have another working Mac Plus board, you know.
Yep.
And for whatever, if you get one, it's the board's trashed in it. You just put this one in here and it works. So yeah, but but yeah, it's just kind of interesting to look at the way that they did the boards back in the day. I mean, nice big components. You could see it with your naked eye.
Yeah.
Why do you want that? Come on now.
Well, it makes it easy.
All right, I'll see you guys. I'm gonna. Bail.
Okay.
All right.
right.
Have a good night.
Thanks, Garth. All right. Thanks for hanging out. But yeah. So it'd be nice to get this thing all fixed up, and we'll have to
Working
do
again.
stream on it to figure out what the issue is with it.
Well, I'm not working on any more motherboards with you because all of mine aren't working.
Aren't working?
Yeah, the ones I've been trying again.
Well, you know, that's the way it is. You win some, you lose some, right?
Yeah,
So.
exactly.
Let me switch cameras here.
But at least I know now. I think it's not. So I was reading up on the board that I was working on last,
Mhm.
and it said if there's a red light by the processor, that meant the processor was bad. But I put in another processor, and it's still showing a red light. So I think it's possibly that maybe the where it plugs in, the CPU slot itself
Yeah.
might be bad. As I sit here and get all kinds of attention to OP. Well, you guys were talking the board. I'm like, you guys are talking way over my pay grade.
Well, kind of funny you mentioned Trish at work. Sometimes she does a lot of billing at home. You know, we get behind on our billing and stuff,
Right.
and so anyway, Dr. Hoffman gave her an older. Well, it's not really that old. It's only about it's probably 8-9 years old, but it was an HP laptop, right? Working
Okay.
fine. And then she went to go use it one day, and the screen doesn't work. So she brought it into work, and I said, "Well, there's your problem. The screen's broke on it." She goes, "But nobody's touched it," because this is her and her husband. She says, "The only thing I did, I had some files. I just kind of closed it, but there was no paper clips or anything in there."
Right.
And I'm saying, "Well, something happened." I say, look at the screen. I go, you look in the lower, if you're looking at the computer, the lower right-hand corner, you see that big black round thing? I said, "That's busted glass in there. It's broke."
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yes, it's busted. Because I tried to get into into the BIOS mode on it,
Right.
and you could hear the machine was booting up. All right, but you
Yeah.
couldn't see anything. So I said, "Well, do this. Take it home." Because her husband works in IT. I said, "Have him hook an external monitor up to it." And sure enough, it works.
Yeah.
With the, and I said, I said, "I told you it was a screen." I said, "I've changed hundreds of those things." I go,
Yeah.
I said, that's the worst nightmare when you got to replace one of those. And it's an HP, and it's one of those things where I'm sure it's not an easy project to replace a screen on it. 'Cause
Depends on the model. Some of them just had 4 screws, which are you take the bezel off by
bezel off, yeah.
take the bezel off, and then there's just 4 screws. And those are the best ones to work on because,
Yeah,
you take out the 4 screws, the screen comes down, you unplug it, put the new one in, and screw it back in, and put the bezel back on. Away you go. Bob's your uncle.
Well, I didn't see any screws on it.
No, you wouldn't see them because they'd be behind the bezel.
Yeah. Oh, you're saying you snap the bezel off and they'd be
You have to
behind
take the
there.
bezel
Oh,
off.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the screws are usually in behind the bezel.
Yeah.
Those are
Oh,
the best ones to work on.
Yeah. I'm surprised the doctor said, "Here, can you take it and fix it?" I said, no, I don't want to do it.
And the worst of them now, the new ones are coming out, they're all taped in. They've stopped using screws. I've had a couple come in lately that are taped in.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. So you gotta
Yikes.
so you gotta be super careful when you're taking the old one out, but
Wow.
because you don't want it just to snap,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
right?
Like I said, that's one nice thing about the older machines. They're held in by screws and
There's
stuff.
screws, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
But
the
I'm
way-
gonna take off as well because
Yeah, we're gonna.
I'm getting my tummy keeps grumbling at me.
Okay. Well, we're gonna end the stream now.
Okay.
So we'll play the outro and then just hang out just for a second after the outro. Okay.
Sounds good.
So, but thank you everybody for hanging out with the screen. I was reading Eric's here. Once it would flash different color. Oh yeah, that can happen too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, thanks everybody that was here in the stream. Thanks for Adam, Trina, and Garth. We really appreciate it.
Oh, and Retrotech.
And Retro Techie was here. We had a good time. We all were working on little different things. And I got this SE board all the way I want it. So we'll be ready for whatever we stick it in. And so Trina's got an exciting stream coming up soon.
Yes.
And would you like to tell everybody?
Yeah, so it was Retrotechie's idea, so we'll blame him for this. That because apparently they do this with IKEA furniture. People get drunk and then try to put together IKEA furniture. This is where this is coming from. So Retrotechie had the idea of getting Charlie drunk and then have him put together a PC that I know works, that I've stripped down. Like taken the processor out, done everything, taken the motherboard out, and he's got to rebuild it, and it's got to boot back up. Well, he's drunk, and I'm going to be here drinking water, soberly beside him, because I can't do any hands-on. This was the whole thing, so I got to just guide him and say, do this, now do this. Well, he's drunk, so this is going to be an interesting. So we picked up a PC today for $20 that was marked as is for parts, but all that's wrong is it just won't stay booted into Windows. It just keeps loop booting. But the computer itself works fine, like it boots into Windows. So it's obviously either an install issue or it's a heat issue, is what I'm thinking. It's one of the two.
Well, that'll be exciting to watch. We will all be eagerly watching that.
Yeah.
And that's on the 5th?
That's going to be on the 5th, Tuesday, the July 5th at 8 o'clock Eastern Time.
Okay.
So whatever that is, 5 o'clock your time, I guess.
Yeah, sounds fun.
Are you working that night or?
That's Tuesday. Yeah, I'll be Tuesday, but I get off at 5:30, so hopefully.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, if you want. Yeah. Definitely will still be going because it even has an optical a DVD drive in it, and I'm going to even take I'm going to strip this case down to nothing. I said I'm even taking the optical drive out. You have to reassemble everything. So I'm gonna take Ziploc bags and put the screws in them and label them.
Oh, there you go.
Right, because it makes it a little easier for him. I'm not trying to give him. And then he's like, "Can't you disassemble it in front of me?" I'm like, "No, because then you would know how it goes back together."
Yeah, or maybe not. He might fall asleep during that. You never know.
That's
wake up. Okay, well, thank everybody for joining. We really appreciate it. Like I said, we had a lot of fun. All of us got little projects that we wanted to get to. And yeah, so anyway, we're going to play the outro. And by the way, Steve and Mike are streaming at 8 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah.
They're going
to
blow things up or try not to blow things up. I'm not sure.
They're doing PC stuff tonight.
And PC stuff. Wow, that'll be really interesting. So, all right, guys, have a great evening, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.